Okay. Again, just a test today. I don't really like this one, but we're gonna use it. Let me see. Sure, I get all this shit out of the way. Okay, let's open up, see what's going on today. Definitely got the topics on hand, so that'll be good for today's show. And okay, so I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, and I will be going to my birthday. No, I'll be going to work on my birthday tomorrow. So I didn't take off. I don't really give a fuck about my birthday this year. It's literally just another day. And I'm happy that every day I'm alive, but you know, it's another day at this point. You know, something my family got something planned, but it's pretty much at the end of the month when everybody's free. So I'm just gonna enjoy life. I will be featuring Gran Turismo because Gran Turismo does a nice little thing for you. On your birthday, they give you a free car. So I'll be playing featuring Gran Turismo Sport tomorrow for the daily PlayStation Legion updates. Now tomorrow's Monday. You know that news doesn't normally drop for some reason. The people in the gaming industry, a lot of them are working 3 to 4 days a week. That means they're working Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Sometimes, you know, that news doesn't normally drop for some reason. 1 second, the people in the gaming industry. There we go. Yeah. They don't really work as many days as we do. And then a lot of them are working from home. But I also see that when the news comes out, we don't really get a lot of news. So again, this is a setup for today. I kind of like this. It's basic, but I do like it. We're gonna have all the information on screen from the people that are in the super chats to the chats on the side. You know, all of that stuff. All the information is still there. We're just messing around. Now, the layout from yesterday will be the standard layout for the Gamecast. That's what you will see. The Sunday show, I don't feel like it needs my face unless we're going into full screen where I feel the screen needs to be bigger. I will also... Let me just see one thing. Let's see. We got the over paper, right? Okay. So we got the over paper here. We got that here. One thing we will feature for the first time. And again, I'm upgrading the channel based on the subscribers. I don't get paid off of that shit. But I'm grateful for the people that are subscribing. And when we get to new heights, I feel like I should put even more effort into the channel and the different shows that we do. So all of them have different thumbnails. Now all of them will have different layouts. This one will be equipped with its own share screen. We will not need to go into the share screen section for this one. What you see is what you get. We're gonna have everything on this one. So let me see.
Oh shit, yeah, I see your subscriber base slowly increasing. Good shit.
Yeah, it's definitely it's up there. Let me see. We would have it set up like this. And don't worry, everything will still be here. We're just moving on over here to this set. So that if we do want to share the screen, I will trigger it. And then you will see the screen being shared. So again, we'll put this underneath everything else so you guys can see everything properly. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we have the screen right. Actually, we're gonna have it right here. The screen capture is gonna be over top of the Elgato, but I'm gonna have it hidden. Okay, so we're all set. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. Everybody that has been a member. Somebody purchased 3 shirts from me. As far as our merchandise page. So I don't know who you are, but I think it was about 2 to 3 shirts. So again, big shout out to whoever that is. I hope if you brought the shirt, you post the image online so we can give you your proper shout outs. So again, anybody that purchased 2 PlayStation Legion shirts from the merchandise page, hit me up, let me know so we can give you a proper shout out. I think once we get to, because I don't want to do giveaways for like 100 subscriber boosts. I want to do giveaways based on every 500 subscribers. So we're about to reach 9,500 subscribers. Right now we're at 9,300 subscribers, right? So subscribers are going up. People like what we're doing. We do have a video to be posted this week. That day, you know, because when I post videos, I don't like to go live, especially if I go to work. So that video I'll be working on right after here. But what might happen is you might see the video go up tonight so that we can keep up with the news this week. So that video will be the Spaces video I talked about, where I did my first official lengthy Spaces. Only 35 minutes was caught, but god damn, it is a crazy 35 minutes. My goodness. Again, big shout out to Terry for capturing that for everybody to enjoy. He has it up on his YouTube channel. I'm gonna repost it just with, you know, a logo or something going on in the background for 35 minutes. It's probably just gonna be a fucking picture, because all y'all gotta do is just fucking listen to that shit. Shit's wild. Yeah, it's fucking wild. Okay, so let me get all this additional stuff. So again, we have contact info for me and for the others. True Witty.
What's up?
What I'm gonna need you to do is send me a link to your YouTube, because as of right now, I'm gonna put you on the channels list, so that when people go to my channel, they can go to the channel section and find your YouTube channel. Since you're posting more gameplay and live streams, I definitely want to boost you up there. So I'm gonna be doing that right now in the back, and then let me see. I'm gonna make sure I get all my links up there. This will be for you guys to contact, merchandise, all of that shit. Don't worry, you don't have to pay, I think, $350 for a link to the Discord. That's basically for the PC trolls to keep trying to invade. If you want a link to the Discord, you can get one 100% for free. All you have to do is have a PlayStation Network account, verify yourself, and we will give you a link to be a member on the Discord, where we do all types of crazy shit off air. Okay, so this is contact. If you need to know anything, it's always been in the description. But if you need to know anything, this is what. Oh, there we go. Okay, hope you guys like the setup. This one might change because I'm not very fond of it, but we will figure out what the Sunday show will be. But it definitely will be blue. Okay, I think there's like one more fucking thing I might want to do. But for right now, we're just gonna keep it as is. Okay, everybody's here. Let's get started. I want to do a semi-rabbit hole. This is gonna be for 30 to an hour. So our first rabbit hole is from me. We're learning that PlayStation has $13 billion to $18 billion cash on hand for acquisitions, right? And this is what's left over after all the shit they've been doing this year, all the partnerships they made last year. Do you guys believe that they can maximize the amount of acquisitions out of that 13 billion to 18 billion? As we know, Microsoft has been doing some very weird things because they have a lot of money. They basically put a shitload of money into one acquisition. But with Sony, they don't have a lot of money, but they've been able to maximize those foundations that they have set into these studios, like, you know, buying Insomniac, but high quality studio and House Marquee, which has always had promise, but allowing them to spread their wings and be seen by the world when it comes to Returnal, to say, hey, okay, yeah, these motherfuckers gotta get picked up, and then picking up Nix's, picking up Fire Sprite, like it's just a lot. Blue Point Studios. So with a little bit of money, they've been able to maximize their acquisitions, and now we find out that they have more money than most of all of us combined. $13 billion to $18 billion for acquisitions. This is real news though. The rabbit hole is that we're all gonna dive down into is who the fuck are they gonna partner up with next? Who are they gonna acquire next? This is gonna take the panel. This is gonna take the chat. Now remember, $13 billion to $18 billion specifically for acquisitions. Okay, True Witty is making noises with the birds over there, so True Witty's gonna go first. I closed the window. You won't be hearing these fuckers, and I see you, you motherfucker. He's right there, bro. He's looking right at me. It's one of the, the red bird with the blue or the black around his face. Bro, yeah, he's looking right at me, bro.
They're taunting you, bro.
You're not fucking this shit up today. Goodness, I can't wait until winter comes, bro. Like, just go to Florida, man.
What is it, a Nightwing?
No, it's I think it's a Cardinal. I actually like the Cardinals because they're red and black. I don't think those are the ones that are making noise, because I know that Cardinal. I've seen that. I think that Cardinal's been following me around. Bro. I saw that motherfucker Cardinal when I visited Florida. I saw that motherfucker in New York. The motherfucker is always behind the house.
I was about to snipe him. Good job.
That shit's crazy.
I was about to snipe him. Dog Queen. Good job.
Got an infatuation with Jimmy, bro. It's so fantastic. Please.
Let's get started, bro. Let's get started. Okay, so again, today is Sunday. This is the Sunday show. We're gonna dive into news. Our first thing we're gonna do right now is let me get the over paper ready. The first thing we're gonna do right now is dive into the rabbit hole. Sony has $13 billion to $18 billion cash on hand for acquisitions and partnerships. True Woody, what do you think they're gonna spend that money on? And how can they maximize the potential to acquire multiple studios for that type of money?
I honestly think they're gonna merge with Square Enix, but they're gonna acquire the smaller studios. That's what I think they're gonna do. They're gonna acquire, they're gonna take up Kojima Studios, Kojima Productions.
Oh fuck! Y'all, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. Remember when we got people to do racist things, make sure somebody takes screenshots. If all of you guys want to take screenshots, I didn't know he said something racist. We need this as evidence.
Ooh.
Because the person, yeah, because we seem to be having people to say that there's no racism in our community, and I like to catch it red-handed. So, you know how I'm, bro. I gotta make sure we. Well,
you can view his the
I got it. I just I didn't want it to be grayed out, but yeah, I got it. Okay, continue.
Hey, look at the profile picture too. It's an Xbox.
It is.
The profile picture.
Yeah, it's an Xbox.
Oh, I couldn't tell. Okay.
Oh
goodness. Man.
It's actually kind of it's pathetic that you have to go to this land just to make yourself feel better. Like it's.
Hey, that's just.
Hey, I hope he sleeps better at night, bro. Honestly, I hope he feels better when he goes to sleep.
I don't know what they want. Like, I'm not gonna get off the internet if that's what you want. That shit ain't happening. Like, you already fucking know. Like, I'm not going nowhere. I mean, my presence pisses you off, so I will stay here. I'm here because people are fucking mad. So fuck you guys. True Ready. Let's dive into your rabbit hole. Continue what you were saying, bro.
No. What I was saying is I think if they will merge with Square Enix, but they will acquire smaller studios as they go along. Like Square Enix will be a merger of and the other smaller studios will more likely be some other ones would help them to build up a larger and better IP base. But they most likely, I believe, they will pick up Kojima Productions, I wholeheartedly believe that they
What
will
they gonna
get
sell?
Ember Lab, because I believe Ember Labs is also working on another IP for Sony, aren't they? They're
Yes.
working on they start another IP for Sony, so that will be another thing that will solidify. Remember, the first game already looks fantastic, so for them to solidify themselves with Sony, it will be like, let's say the first one was just like a trial. The second one will be their true test, and then if they succeed with their second test, then it's like, okay, yeah, we want to take you up. But I don't think Sony's gonna wait much longer anymore, because the thing is, the industry is consolidating very, very fast. So I don't think Sony's gonna wait as long as they normally did. Like, with Insomniac, I don't think Sony's gonna wait like that anymore. Like, I know they had Insomniac tested for a very long time, and that test was like very fruitful. But I don't think they're gonna wait any longer. I think the wait is gonna be very, very short, because as I said, the industry is consolidating. No one's waiting on anybody anymore. They're just buying up everything. So that's what I think is gonna happen. That's what I think. I think they're gonna merge with the company that makes sense. Because remember, they haven't done any mergers so far yet.
Yeah.
You remember they did apply for a merger and acquisition. All they've done so far is acquisitions. They haven't merged it.
I mean,
However,
I agree. I wouldn't
yeah,
mind them merging, but we know how important exclusives are, and even though they go to
exactly.
Xbox and they don't sell, it's the principle behind it that you don't really need a PlayStation to play certain Square Enix games, and once you take that possibility off the table, Square Enix will definitely look better, and PlayStation will actually do even better. But
And you
that
and you
would
know
be
and you
something I
see,
want them to do if Microsoft stays in the console war until next gen. I would say that Sony should plan on acquiring Square. But as of right
you know
now, a
you
merger or
know
partnership would do good, but I don't think they should acquire them until we
Jay,
see if Microsoft still wants
I
to be
don't
in here. What's going
Jay,
on, Spartan?
the fact that Xbox said they're acquiring more studios, they gonna stick around. They're gonna make. They already said they're making another console, but like what you said, it makes sense. Like if Sony needs to, but here's the thing: Sony has a lot of studios and they got partnerships that are locked down.
Exactly.
Sometimes it don't make
yeah,
sense to bother people because you're gonna get the games anyway. Especially if you can get a time exclusive or permanently, and like your name carries money, like carries values more than money. You can get the games
hmm
exclusive without spending that money because then you buy the studio and you
but
get the game anyway.
here's the thing, though. The other thing I thought about, and I really put some time into this. All these anime studios that they are buying is okay. All these, probably because a lot of these anime people that they bought, they own a lot of anime IPs. You see what I'm saying? Now they own so many anime IPs. It will be very, very essential for
Truly,
them to go pick up Namco, because
truly.
Namco also has Cyberconnect too. Yes, go ahead.
Right. Do you know how many IPs Sony owns from PlayStation 1 to now?
Yes, a
Now,
lot.
you can check Wikipedia because Wikipedia is accurate as fuck. Sony owns 389 IPs, intellectual properties, right? And
Uh huh.
publishing rights,
Mhm.
trademarks. When it comes to trademarks, Sony owns over 500. And you know how they own that? Because they was the publisher of those games. Now, the funny thing you mentioned Namco, because Sony literally owned the publisher rights to a lot of Namco games from PS1 and PS2 era that you still it went multi-plat because Sony it ran out, but they still own the trademark to the shit. But Namco owns the IP, so it's funny you mentioned them because the fighting games I was telling y'all about, they don't have to get WB for Mortal Kombat. They can get fucking Namco and you get Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and all that shit. That carries a lot
Mhm.
because Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, them games, casuals love that shit. But if they got WB, y'all keep forgetting WB. Remember, Microsoft can get these fucking studios too. Believe it or not,
Mhm.
WB, Microsoft can get. They can talk to AT&T because they are very close with them and be like, we'll give you this much for WB, even if they're not for sale, and they will sell it to them. Trust me, Microsoft has the cash on hand, 136 billion, so they
Yep.
can, if they want to. So don't get it confused. But like, y'all fail to realize, IO Interactive is another one that Microsoft is looking for. So when you get single player studios, Sony has to respond to that, like that, because they already have Naughty Dog. But a company like Square Enix has many different types of games, so y'all got to be careful of who you want Sony to get and the type of games they already made and what the ones they're making now.
Yeah, I think that what they're doing right now, it's not public, but it's obvious. They have a partnership with Square Enix for multiple games, right? It's obvious, right? They still are the home of Final Fantasy, because the most, profitable Final Fantasy is a console exclusive to the PlayStation consoles for 3 generations now, and that's Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 came out day and date on PC and PS3. It was on the PS4, and now it's on the PS5. So PlayStation, it will always be the home for Final Fantasy, regardless of what Square Enix tries to do by putting older games on other platforms. Also, if we're going to be getting day and date games that are like exclusives, like Forspoken and Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Remake PS5 edition, and then Final Fantasy 16, and these games are day and date exclusives, not on Xbox. See, that brings another element over there. Like, yeah, you can get these games, but once they're out of the circulation of popularity, like I don't see that. Like, Final Fantasy 7 is always gonna be PlayStation. It's just like Crash Bandicoot. It doesn't matter where it's at now. You hear that fucking name, you think of PlayStation. And it's the same with just the brand of Final Fantasy. You hear Final Fantasy, you're going to think PlayStation. So they're smart. They're very smart with this small partnership they have with Square Enix. I feel like they should pick up Ember Labs, because they shouldn't be that much money. But then you can get like 5 or 6 other fucking studios for $13 billion or $18 billion. You can pick up a lot of motherfuckers, man. But you don't need a publisher. I don't feel like they need a publisher until they see what Microsoft's gonna do next gen. I know what they said. We all know what they say. But like Spartan knows, they had a foot out the door last gen. So anything can happen if they don't see the results they want to see. They'd be telling the media one thing and then they do something else. So we'll have to see. But I don't feel like they need to get a publisher as big as Square Enix until they see if Microsoft's going to try to hang in there for one more generation.
And also, back to Spartan's point about the Microsoft and WB and shit, Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Warner Brothers would even try to sell to Microsoft. I think they would rather sell their IPs or partner up their IPs with Sony or PlayStation to make games. They would get a better return than if they sold themselves to Microsoft.
And again, we're basically the home of superhero games at this point. We have Wolverine, we have Spider-Man. We've done very well on that, but we also have this other superhero game, and that was Infamous. Now, once we end up getting Sunset Overdrive remaster or remake, whatever they're gonna call it, again, you're looking at PlayStation as the home where you can play all superhero games. You can't do that on Xbox. So, I mean, again, the strategicness of what Sony is doing and what the Xbox fans don't understand about it is baffling. Like, they are playing chess, not checkers. They making some pretty important moves. Again, the Discord announcement, after we heard that Microsoft tried to acquire them, that was big. That was a big power play. You were able to get a partnership with Discord at the same time that they turned down Microsoft's billions of dollars, bro. Like, that was a big point. And I talked to King Thrash about this on a roundtable. We're looking at a situation where they have made announcements, but they haven't talked about stuff. But once they talk about it again, it's gonna spread shockwaves throughout the rest of the gaming industry. Once we actually see the manifestation of the Discord partnership on the PlayStation network, that's gonna be big. Once we actually see Spider-Man in the Avengers game, that's going to be big. The game might be ass, but the impact of that character still being exclusive on PlayStation under another studio is big. You know? When we see the impact of Spider-Man outfits on Fortnite going along with the movie coming out this holiday season, that's a big impact. You can't feel that shit on Xbox. Again, they playing chess, not checkers. They think they not doing nothing at the end of the year. You got another thing coming, man. They got a lot of shit in play and other things I have not talked about that I don't fucking know. Because that's what Sony likes to do. They like to keep secrets until it's the right time for the maximum impact. They could have been told us about Wolverine. They could have released that information in a tweet. But they didn't do it.
And bro, like going back to superheroes, just imagine if Sony got the rights to create a Flash video game with the power of that SSD and his speed, bro.
Oh yeah.
If we get a DC character like that,
it's so many possibilities, and that's what happens when you have a very good record. People think that these review scores and awards don't matter. Yeah, talk to an IP holder like Marvel or DC or anybody. Just talk to them and see what they're looking for. Because again, as you know, Marvel with Disney, they pulled the Marvel partnership with Activision, and what they said was they want the best games. They're giving their IPs to the developers that make the best games at that specific time. And it was Sony and it was Square Enix at that time. We got Spider-Man, Square Enix got Avengers, Nintendo got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Xbox didn't get shit. Why? Because when you look at it, they don't make good games. And I wish somebody would fight me on this. If they made good games, DC would have went to Xbox with the Marvel license and asked them, what game do you want to make based off of one of our IPs? They did not get that type of response from Disney. They have nothing of value over there. And if you're thinking about saying Game Pass, please shut the fuck up. If Game Pass is so valuable, Disney would be over there on their hands and knees begging Microsoft to create a game based off of one of their Marvel characters. And that hasn't happened yet. And it probably will never happen. Because the games that are not on Game Pass don't sell. Don't worry. Hopefully by the end of this show, or maybe tomorrow, we will have the UK sales chart reports to discuss the split. We're going to have a split for Far Cry 6, and we're going to have a split for Back 4 Blood. That shit's going to be funny. Every multi-platform game is selling better on PlayStation, with either 70 to almost 90% of the sales being on PlayStation consoles between the PS4 and PS5. These are facts. This is coming from UK, which is the second biggest place to play games. A lot of esports teams are over there. A lot of game manufacturers are over there. A lot of companies are over there. UK is not a joke. I know Xbox fans think that nobody matters in the world except for the United States. But since we don't get information from the United States until the end of the month or once a month, that's not... If we would go based off of just the NPDs, we wouldn't know shit about who's doing good and who's doing what. You know. Nah, man, don't kill them spiders. Let that spider bite you, man. You never know what's about to go down. Let that motherfucker bite you, bro. Make sure he bites your hand. Okay? You might get some powers.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, you might.
No. Well, Jay, if you do that, you gotta let the bird peck you, bro. I turned the bird, man.
Crazy. That shit is fucking crazy. Well, Let's see. I do believe
I
this
don't
is how
think
it's
Sony
gonna
will
go.
ever.
Huh?
I don't think Sony will own Sega.
Yeah, I was about to say. I know you was looking at it too, but I was about to say I think that Nintendo would get Sega. They've been working together for a long time, despite the original console war veterans going up against each other with the worst fucking strategies we ever saw. Very gritty, very toxic. But if it wasn't for that competition, we wouldn't have PlayStation. But it was
you know,
just
it's so
a
funny.
beautiful console war. The real
It's
console
funny.
war.
You know, a lot of people think that Microsoft might get Sega because a Microsoft exec is now a Sega exec, which would be very interesting if that did happen.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Sega ain't shit. Sega ain't shit. Microsoft could have easily. When people be drawing those conclusions, all I'm gonna ask is why haven't they got them already? Microsoft has all the money in the world, right? Why haven't they picked them up? You picked up Bethesda. They're a publisher. But they're doing bigger things than Sega. Sega ain't that big. Sega hasn't been big since the 90s.
Right.
I feel like I don't care if they pick them up, but I'm trying to figure out why haven't they? I heard rumors about the acquisition of Sega since last year from the Xbox community. If that had any truth to it,
I believe they just talk a lot. That's the problem.
You what?
I said I believe they just talk a lot. That's
The fans do, but they don't understand. The Japanese government will not sell Sega to fucking Microsoft. That's a national treasure. They have they have the Sega fucking game building in Japan. There's been in multiple Yakuza games and other games too. I'm sorry, bro, that ain't happening. What, for Microsoft to own Sega and own some of the best games that are over in Japan? Along with Nintendo? No, man, no. They are not gonna. The Japanese government is not gonna let Microsoft own them, man. It don't even matter if they got the money to do it, bro. They just not gonna let them do it, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen. But to me, man, they can have Sega, bro. Like, I don't really play Sega games. I mean, Atlas, yeah, Persona, I would miss it kind of, but I'll be alright without it.
I was kind of pissed off when Sony allowed Sega to get Atlas, because Atlas helped publish the original Demon Souls. And then Atlas made a lot of Japanese RPGs for Sony on the PS1 and 2, and I was just really, really baffled how they allowed Sega to just acquire Atlas. Early on, I was kind of like looking at Sony sideways during the PS3 and the early PS4 generation. Like, you're allowing certain people to do certain things. You need to do something, because them picking up these people might jeopardize your ability to get games to your fans. So now that Atlas is owned by Sega, they will make Persona exclusive. It's just a matter multiplat. It's just a matter of time. I don't know what they're waiting for. I predicted that all the Persona games were going to go multiplat last year. I also predicted earlier this year, but I think there was a pattern that I wasn't paying attention to, and that was the Persona birthday, the real birthday.
Wasn't that very recent?
The celebration was. No, that was the birthday. September 20th, 1996. The first Persona game was on PlayStation. But see, that's the legacy. They can brag about the game going to multiple platforms, but they have to give Sony respect. That goes with Square Enix too, bro. Square Enix can talk about all the Kingdom Hearts games going to Nintendo and Game Pass. Don't matter. When people go and look up the history of where the game started, it's going to have PlayStation. PlayStation is in the DNA of gaming. For real.
For sure.
Yeah, but Jay, that's just that's most of the industry's games right now.
Exactly. Devil May Cry started on PlayStation. Lara Croft Tomb Raider started on PlayStation. Crash Bandicoot started on PlayStation. Tekken started on PlayStation.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Wait, no, Mortal Kombat 1 was on Genesis.
Mortal Kombat was also on PlayStation
and on NES and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Soul Calibur 1 was also on PlayStation. Then again, that's most of Namco. Then again, that's most of Namco games. So yeah, it was PlayStation that started a lot of the industry's very favorite games. It all started with PlayStation, and it's funny because not many people knew what freaking exclusives were in the PS2 era. They just knew everything just was on PlayStation. They just knew everything was on PlayStation. Everything. That's why PlayStation sold so much, because no one knew what an exclusive was. Everything just went on PlayStation all the time. Even new IP just went on PlayStation. Didn't go anywhere else until Xbox came in, and then certain stuff started going on other places. That the first GTA game they got was freaking San Andreas. Like they didn't have all the others. They had San Andreas. Why? Because that was the newest one, and they are a new system. That's what it is. They didn't have all the older ones because they just were starting. Like Sony is the reason why all of these games exist.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Interesting. MG Warrior. Try and check.
What MG Warrior said?
You said Xbox Game Studios publisher has tweeted that it is exciting news tomorrow. Okay.
Refrigerator.
What publisher are we talking about?
Yeah, I actually want to know.
Like we
it's
we talking about like a studio, or are you talking about like a executive?
Hold on. All Xbox fans.
Andrew Wilkins.
Yo, this man, Andrew's on a whole. Yo, this man is so Xbox niggas right now. Go ahead, man. It's all good. It's all good. They all have low IQs.
Let's get something straight. So what do we got tomorrow? Tomorrow is my birthday. So I already know some fuck shit's going down because I didn't take off. One of the fuck shit's going down is Sora from Kingdom Hearts will be available on my birthday. So I will be seeing PlayStation All-Stars mentioned multiple times without it meaning anything about my fucking game, because they have PlayStation characters or PlayStation-related characters in Smash, and that's what you will see tomorrow. So if you see anything PlayStation-related from PlayStation All-Stars related over the next 7 days, just know that when you click on it, it's going to be Smash Brothers, because Sora from Kingdom Hearts is available tomorrow.
Disrespect.
Yeah, no, a lot of disrespect. I don't know what Microsoft could be doing, but they got to get started on their promotion for Master Chief. Halo. You don't got that much left.
Oh.
Yeah, Twitter. Okay. I want to search that, but I don't know. So is there? Does he have a Twitter name, or is it like? How do I search that on Twitter?
Compulsion Games has revealed that their next game title will be a third-person narrative single-player game.
Okay.
I thought that's interesting.
Compulsion Games makes what game again?
They made We Happy Few, that shitty game.
That's it?
That's what they made.
They're owned by Microsoft now, right?
Yeah, they're owned by Microsoft.
I feel at this point they're just getting content. I feel like they're just getting content. At this point, they're just getting content.
That's it. Like, that's all it is.
It's like they're acquiring so they can have content on Game Pass. They're not acquiring because they're serious about building any of these studios up.
Experiences and all that.
Yeah,
like,
I know what it is. It's the Netflix strategy, but it's not Netflix, because even though Netflix I believe is lower quality than Disney, because you're not going to beat Disney. Sorry. You're just not. Disney has Disney. They have Marvel. They have Star Wars. They have history. You're not going to beat Disney. That's why Disney Plus is so fucking dope. But it is definitely like lower than Hulu. It's lower than Crackle. Shit, I don't know where I would rate Game Pass. I think it would be like the Crackle of... Not the Netflix of gaming. It'd be the Crackle of gaming. And yes, I understand Crackle is owned by Sony. But yes, let's be honest. It is free. And you're not getting like the newest movies and shit like that. But I think Game Pass will be under Crackle as far as their ability to generate content. Because it's out. It's been out for 4 years. And what content is exclusive to the service? You know? They actually haven't had any content exclusive to Game Pass. You have the option to buy the game. It's not pinned to Game Pass, so you really don't feel the need to stay subscribed because there's no content that's only on Game Pass. If they had content that was only on Game Pass, like a Netflix or a Disney Plus, where they release these series that are only on Netflix, only on Disney Plus, and you have to subscribe to that service to view those shows or that movie, then it would make more people subscribe to it. So again, they claim they want to broaden their horizon and put games everywhere, but in reality, they still are competitive unless they start putting games only on that service. And they're not going to do that. So they don't really care about Game Pass the way they do. Yes, it is their bread and butter. It's the only thing that's making them money right now, but they're not all in on that, just like they're not all in on going like multi-plat for real. They still want to compete.
You're talking about Microsoft, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about Microsoft when it comes to Game Pass.
Okay.
Yeah, unless I'm mistaken, we don't have a Game Pass only game, right? Where you have to subscribe to the service in order to play it. Like,
no, they don't. Well, they don't have a game. No, because that's because they haven't stopped selling games.
Exactly.
Once they stop selling games, it's only on Game Pass. And to be quite fair though, Jay, they don't want you to buy the game. That's why they're doing all these. Look at Forza. That's why they're doing all this stuff that you have a $70 version an $80 version that you only get a car pass. That's it. And then on the $6 version you get just the game. But the $100 version you get everything. And then the Game Pass version you get before then. They basically want you to just subscribe to Game Pass. They don't want you to buy the game.
Mm-hmm.
That doing all that is just like saying that no, listen, we're doing this because we don't want you to buy the game. Simple. Subscribe to Game Pass and you get all of this. Subscribe to Game Pass, you get the game, and you don't have to worry about paying $60. That's it. That's what they want. That's what they want to do. I believe eventually they're gonna go to $70 for their base game to even incentivize you even more, because most Xbox dudes hate $70 games. So they're gonna go to $70 eventually, and then they're gonna make it like, yep, it's $70 for the base game, $100 for the premium, $80 for basically nothing. So basically, what? Go to Game Pass, or you have to pay a shell out $70 or $100. Like, you know what I mean? That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day with Cyber Dragon, with the problem with Forza, which again, people will ignore it. It's a pretty looking game. It's a game with cars, open world. That's really all it takes to satisfy the Xbox fans. It's not really easy to satisfy. It's not hard to satisfy them. You have a car game, you have a shooting game. That's really it. It's a W for them. Not really, but to them, that's like the biggest W in the world. They have a shooting game and a racing game back to back. And let me explain something. I want to explain something to everybody. I want to explain something to the panel. I want to explain something to the chat. I want you guys to understand what's going on. I saw this happen before. It was just last generation. In 2014, the PlayStation 4 had outsold the Xbox in the United States from January all the way to October. In November, Microsoft decided to unbundle the Kinect camera and the Xbox One console, pushing the price down to $400, which is the same price of the PS4 at that time in 2014. They were able to outsell the PS4 in November, and I think December PlayStation was able to outsell them, right? If I'm not mistaken. No, y'all probably don't know. I think it was maybe, let's give them 1 or 2 months, right? So let's say the last 2 months of the year, November and December, Xbox One outsold the PS4 in 2014. But this is a fact. From January to October, PlayStation 4 outsold Xbox. So does Xbox win because it outsold the PlayStation in November and December? Or does PlayStation win because it outsold the Xbox for 10 straight months? It's the same shit we're dealing with right now. Who looks better for gamers? The company that brings out games every month or every other month from January on to October? Or are we looking at a situation where Xbox would get the benefit of the doubt for coming out with a game in November and December? See, that right there is what I don't understand. So you can win the whole year for doing something in the last 2 months of the year? That's what we doing now?
I guess so.
That's just ass backwards. That's like saying I should graduate from high school because I went to school the last 2 months of the year, but the whole fucking year I missed it. But I should still graduate. Like, come on, bro. It just doesn't. No, it's not making sense. So you wasn't here at all. You wasn't here at all year, and now you go claim victory. Come on, man.
It's like you came. It's like you came. He came on. It's like you came on a football team at the very end of the season and said, "Oh yeah, I won a championship." Like, no, you did not win it.
I hope you get better, Ice Queen. It's about that time, you know. It's getting cold out here. No, she just had a cold, but it's getting cold out here. You know, like people, you know, they about to get sick. Like not like COVID sick, but like normal sick. So, you know.
Yeah, but people worry about that kind of sickness too, because they look at normal sickness as COVID sickness.
Yeah, yeah, because it's the same symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So for 12 months, they haven't had the game that they were supposed to launch with 12 months ago. And then when it came to Forza Horizon, that's just a people pleaser game. It's going to make them happy, but it won't make them buy the game itself. I was developing a question when I was, editing. And this was a question that I hope the PlayStation fans ask Xbox fan. Can you post your game stats for Forza Horizon 5? When the game comes out, they're going to be bragging about it, right? But can they show us statistics letting us know they win races? You see what I'm saying? Because that would let us know you actually play the game or you're good at the game. All they're going to be doing is posting glamour shots. They're not going to actually post the gameplay where they're racing other vehicles or racing other people online and they're actually winning. And you know the section of the Xbox community I'm talking about. Those individuals, they are not going to be posting gameplay where they're winning races. Shit, most of them might not even post gameplay. We got Xbox University out here completely ignored. Oh yeah, that's what it is. They're making a nest in the gutter. That's why these fucking birds are all the way over here. I keep seeing them fly right up here. One of them tried to fly into the window the other day. Yeah, they're making a fucking nest in a gutter. That's what it is. So yeah, I know, it's crazy. So we're gonna see a lot of people capping for Forza, but they're not gonna play it. It's kind of like Dark Souls. People like to cap for the game, call it game of the year. Sekiro, they like to cap for the game, call it game of the year, but they're not playing it. They're not beating it.
Mm-hmm. When you look at the achievements, the achievements is still low.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's the time we live in.
we're gonna be looking at situations like this, even with Halo. Oh, Halo's out. Ha ha, it's good. Blah blah blah. First person shooter. Yay. Can we see your stats? And then they go like, oh, I don't need to show that, and then they're gonna argue you down. I mean, that's
bro. They hate. Yo, I swear they hate when you say, "No, show me your gaming time." This is like, it's like you're asking for a kidney, bro. I'm like, yo, nigga, I'm not asking for your life, nigga. I'm just asking for your gamer time, bro. They feel you asking for a kidney, bro. When you ask for your gamer time, it's crazy. That's the people we talk. That's the people we see now that are in the gaming community. These are the quote gamers that we see all the time, all on YouTube, everywhere. That's the gamers we see. They're not allowed to show you their gamer score, gamer tag, because what, they fear someone on the internet, or basically they fear showing that they don't play games.
There you go. That's what it's all about, hiding the fact that they are on the internet capping for a system that they themselves have found boring months ago because they're not even playing games. They celebrate a subscription service that they themselves don't even use. Some of them are not even paying for it. And please don't tell me you're paying for it and you're not using it. That would be silly. Especially when you keep talking about how good it is. You don't see me talking about how great fucking Netflix is. When I go on there and I see something I like, I'm like, oh shit, that's awesome. Like I did the other day with Jumanji and shit. Because I don't get on there every day.
To be quite fair, Netflix is pretty shit. To be quite fair, I'm gonna say that outright. I don't get on Netflix very often, and to be quite fair, that just proves the point that it's not very good.
I'm trying. So I know we got some information in the chat earlier where somebody said the Xbox studio publisher. It was by MG Warrior. You say Xbox Game Studio publisher has tweeted that it is excited. It has exciting news tomorrow. So MG Warrior, when you get a chance, contact me on Twitter, or if you're a part of our Discord or want to be a part of our Discord, just send me a link to that tweet so I can, cover it, because I wanted to cover it, but I don't know the guy you're talking about, because I don't follow them my Xbox like that. So you saw something that I didn't see and I wanted to see it. So when you get a chance, see if you can send me the link somewhere, or send me his Twitter name so I can look it up. But I really wanted to cover that. Our topic today, our main topic, even though we're going to talk about a lot of stuff today, XBOTS are scared to play games against Sony ponies, right? And this stems from Xbox University getting bitched out by King Thrash. King Thrash even offering to buy a game for the dude that he is good in so he can beat King Thrash in that game. And he backed out like a bitch.
He was quiet too, like a bitch. Yo, by the way, that's a great thumbnail, Jay. That shit, like...
Oh, yeah. Because he's fucking scared, man. He's scared. He don't want to show his fucking gamer score. He don't want to give his gamer tag. He don't want to play a game. He don't want to post gameplay. He don't want to post screenshots. So am I just to believe this motherfucker is a gamer? What if I did that? Would I have to be proving myself all the time? No, I would have to, bro. I tell people the facts a lot, but people won't believe me. But when I send that link, when I post that shit on screen, they're like, oh, okay. But they still won't give me credit.
Yeah.
So how they gonna give this dude Xbox University credit as a Xbox gamer when he has not shown any evidence? He got publicly humiliated in front of the whole fucking Twitter community in a Spaces a couple days ago by King Thrash. Like, all you had to do was play. I talked about this yesterday and the day before. I talked to
you know what I think. You know what I think it is, Jay. You know what I think it is. You know what I think it is. I think a lot of people online they just talk tough, but they're afraid to lose when they go up against someone who's actually they feel is better than them. That's what I think it is.
But it's 2021.
Don't matter.
They should understand that you can't talk shit and not get checked. You can get checked miles away. You can get checked in person. You gotta get checked.
Nope.
Like, you can't be talking reckless like that.
Here's the thing, though, Jay. He's used to that because the Xbox community doesn't check him.
I know.
But he doesn't realize that King Josh is
they're a community now. They're a community now that doesn't hold anybody accountable for anything. So you really can join that specific community and not play a single game, and they will adopt you. They will support you. They don't give a fuck about playing games, and that's the sad thing about this story. He rolls through the ranks of other crazy-ass Xbox fanboys without showing any verification that he is actually a gamer, without showing a single screenshot or video clip. Nothing. Dude's up there thinking he's hot shit. He don't even have a YouTube channel. How you let a clown like that get to that rank in the Xbox community? How the fuck would you let that shit happen? Come on, bro.
Or they're just like him. Because they are just like him. That's why. You ever heard this? You ever heard the saying, Jay? That you have to know someone. You have to be like that person.
Yeah.
They let him in because they know exactly who he is. That's because they are just the same. You won't let a stranger in your house, would you? Or you let someone in your house that you know, right?
Well, you remember it was that time in the United States where people left the doors unlocked. So yeah, some people would actually let a stranger in the house. I mean, back in the day, but I mean, I think they're just so happy to have anybody rep them. So they're so desperate to let anybody come in. So I think that's what we're looking at. That they're so desperate for a W. I've talked about this before, the dirty W. That they will say anything, do anything, adopt anybody, just if whatever it takes to get a W. If they gotta eat a bowl of cereal out of a dirty ass toilet to get a W, they will do it. They will do it. They will do it. They will dump milk into a toilet and some Fruity Pebbles and eat that shit out of the toilet if it means getting a W. They are desperate right now. Come on.
Oh, geez.
You let an idiot like Xbox University into your ranks. You telling me they not desperate? They desperate as fuck.
Yeah, I'm scrolling down this timeline right now just to see if I see any gameplay.
Okay, Ice Queen Gaming, she put the name, the Twitter is called Xbox Game Studio Published. The Twitter? That's his Twitter? Xbox Game Studio Published? You fucking serious?
That's a little bit of a...
Let me go check that out. That's a weird fucking Twitter name.
That is a weird... That is a cocky...
Xbox... I'm searching people, and that's... I'm not seeing it. So, can you post like the copy and paste the name so I can copy and paste it on Twitter? Because I'm not seeing Xbox Game Studio Published as a user on Twitter. Unless that person has me blocked already. Which could be a very, very big possibility. Let me go... Yeah, you know that definitely happens. By the way, after he got bitched out, Xbox University did go on a Twitter spree of blocking people. So, yeah, I'm not seeing anybody called Xbox Game Studio Publish I really am trying. I want to cover this because my boy brought it to me, so I wanted to definitely cover this before we get into the other stuff.
Yo, this is ridiculous, bro. Like this, yo. I'm literally just scrolling down his tweets, man. This page.
Bro.
Nothing, bro. Not an ounce of
Bro.
Oh, no. You're not going to find no gameplay over there, no.
Memes and capping, bro.
Bro, someone on freaking Twitter said that he bought an Xbox Series X for his girlfriend, but also bought Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for $65.99.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
I'm like,
yeah. I was like, wait up, bro. This the thing. GameStop only took $5 off of the initial price, resold it, probably gave whoever traded it in like $20. This is why I hate GameStop, man. That's why I hate GameStop.
Yeah.
Bro, like
that's some bullshit. And then he thought he was walking away with a steal. What? $5? Bro, this the funny thing. Okay, it was $65, but after tax, it's almost $70 anyway.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Fuck, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
All this energy to post all this shit, but you can't play the show that you play games, bro. Like, dang, bro.
Well, to be quite fair, no one over there plays games.
Probably don't play games, like, for real.
I mean, again, the good thing, I'm a person that sees the good in everybody, right? And I hope that the Xbox community that is getting the two most popular games in the community back to back will play these games. I know you guys don't buy games anymore, so I'm not even going to talk about you buying games. But I can only hope that you play the two most popular games in the Xbox community this holiday. You got Forza coming out in November. You got Halo coming out in December.
Yo, that troll, that's what he said, nigga? Yo, I just saw Games for Eternity's freaking tweet. That's what that troll said, bro. That's
share it with the class. Share it with the class. I can't see.
It says it was gay tech is basically right. Mm-hmm. It says kill yourselves, monkey.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
monkey club back, bro.
Hey, yo, they feel comfortable behind the computer screen.
Bro, there is something wrong with people, bro. Like, there is something wrong with people, bro. Like, look, some people just have issues, bro. They have issues.
You know why I love this? Because they're gonna go even too far. That a lot of these social media sites really crack down heavy on trolls, and they are not gonna have a good day when they do that. So let them do all that they want to do, because eventually these sites are gonna crack down on accounts like this.
This has to get around.
Hey, that's how it is. That's how it is now, man. That's what we got. Fucking weirdos. I think they changed Twitter again.
Cute.
It looks like it's different again. I don't know why. Yep. Again, bro, a lot of fucking weirdos. A lot of weirdos.
Oh yeah.
I can't stop. I can't stop them. Shit, I don't even block them as much anymore because it's just gonna make another account. So.
Yeah, it's just weird, bro. Anyone that sees Games for Eternity stuff, just retweet it. Show it around so everyone knows what the type of people Xbox dudes are.
Yeah. And they swear they not racist, bro. That's what's so funny. They swear they not racist.
That's some racist stuff, man.
Okay, so let's cover the new stuff, and then we're gonna cover like some of the older stuff that I shared. And I want to post this link so everybody can follow along. You guys should already have the link, because in the red alerts. So I'm gonna post my Twitter name right there. That's my Twitter name, the real JTech TV. Sorry, the real JTV 4K60. And here's the link to what we're about to talk about. And I will share the screen using our new setup. Let's hope it fucking works.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't need this anymore. And we can use this. There we go. So we're all good on that. We can share the screen. You guys are about to see what I see. Okay. So, Dbrand, which I've shopped from 2 times. I've got my panels for my digital PS5. I also got a red skin to make my system a red-black system. So I got 2 things from Dbrand. I would definitely say under $100 worth. So they had been teasing Sony in the conception phase of creating panels for the PS5 and PS5 digital console, and they teased Sony like talking like you could sue them, blah blah, whatever. Sony never took action. They went into full production of creating panels for the PS5 and PS5 digital, and now, as of October 16th, 2021, Sony had threatened legal action to Dbrand, prompting them to cease and desist all manufacturing of the PS5 panels, digital, physical, anything related to PS5. They had to cease and desist. This is pretty funny because
it is actually funny.
Even though I got products from them, why would you tease this company into suing you and then cry wolf when they actually sue you? Because they're trying to get some sympathy, but they were the ones that told them to sue them. Like, why? Like, I don't feel sorry for them at all.
Nope.
It'll be a different story if you weren't teasing Sony every fucking day, because you knew that at that point in time they couldn't do anything small that was bad against anybody, or they would be classified as the devil. So Sony was like, okay, we're not going to fall for your trap because everybody's eyes is on us. And if we take legal action, they're going to call us a bully. So we're going to wait until people are not even talking about your ass anymore, and then we're going to strike. And that's exactly what they did. And I'm sorry that they sold them.
Did you realize they went on a subreddit and started crying?
Yeah, they did. They went on a subreddit. They were crying. They were bitching. They were moaning like little bitches. And all I'm going to say right now is they probably do owe Sony a shitload of money, because for every PS5's panel that they sold, they probably are taking legal action. It's not a threat. They did. We know Sony they sold a lot of a product that they were eventually going to decide to create. And now Sony has to go above and beyond on their panels that they're making, so they are not anywhere compared to the ones that they have released. So they are definitely going to sue them for every single panel that they sold. And I know they sold a good amount, because a lot of people were picking up those panels, bro. A lot of people have black PS5s, including myself. So, you know, obviously you could get ones that are not from Dbrand. They're all on Amazon. People just 3D printed that shit and made all different colors now. Like, your PS5 can be whatever color the fuck you want. But long story short, Dbrand, they did a worse job, bro. Like, they great quality. I love the box and everything. Everything was great. But you're not going to tease Sony. You're not going to bring attention to what you're fucking doing. That's not what you're going to do. So, this is probably a warning to everybody that is creating panels, that Sony is probably going to come after you. So,
yeah, the ones on Amazon, I think I might just pick them up real quick.
Yeah, I think you should pick them up. I know that I want to get a red digital one. I think I'm just going to go for that shit. I need to get as many of those before they pull all of them. And I would advise you guys that if you feel that you want one that is not official from PlayStation, all I'm going to say is your time is closing. Because they might not be around longer, you know.
Oh, Jay, in the chat, Cedric, you see his question a few minutes ago?
No, I'm
about
looking
Twitter.
Hold on.
Yeah. Like 214.
1 second. Still hard for me to maneuver this shit. Looks good though. Setup looks good. 1 second. You said Cedric. Blah 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 blah. Okay. MG or being an Xbox fan should be jailable offense. Andrew Wilkins is crazy, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Cedric. What am I looking for? What am I looking for from Cedric?
I just pretty much asking you, is he blocked or something? Talking about he can't send you a link on Twitter or something.
You shouldn't be. What's your Twitter name? Yeah, you got. Let me see your Twitter name because I put some protections on my account because I'm not gonna be dealing with trolls all day. Plus, it's a new account, so I'm hoping you're following the new account that I'm using, not the old one. That was suspended. Ice Queen, can you do me a big favor? Can you send me like just copy and paste their Twitter name, their @ name, not their over name, their official Twitter name. Just copy and paste their Twitter name, not their over name. See, my over name is JTech TV, but that's not my Twitter name. My Twitter name is the real JTV 4K60. So there's a big difference between the over name and the Twitter name, and I'm not finding the over name. So I need the Twitter name. Cedric, me and you are following each other. Yeah, me and you are following each other, bro. You're not blocked. I'm looking at your account right now, Cedric. Billingsley. You got some old school games in your media section. I don't know. I mean, you shouldn't be blocked. I mean, I see you right there. I think I gotta send you a message first then. Let me go send you a message first. Okay, I just sent you a message. So yeah, just hook me up with that link. Cause I wanna get that one out the way before we dive into anything else. Okay, so while we're waiting for you guys to get the info, Ice Queen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow you on Twitter right now, and just like retweet or post a link from that individual, and I'm gonna see if I see it. So I'm heading to Twitter right now. I'm gonna go to your your account, Ice Queen, and then see if I can see the guy. Okay, so I got Ice Queen right here. Okay.
Yo, bro, nobody cares about Forza, bro. Like,
no, they do. Well, I mean, I don't. It's not that they do. It's just they want you to care about Forza.
Care, bro. The post Forza Horizon 5 is causing some fanboys to lose it. What are you talking about?
Oh, I know that. Nah, ignore him. Ignore him. Ignore him. I'm letting you know. Ignore him. Please ignore him. He's been posting clickbait about everything he sees in the PlayStation community. It's an Xbox fan, and he's basically getting a lot of views on YouTube by engaging in a console war, but he doesn't want to actually talk to anybody he talks about. So he makes a video about like King Thrash or me or somebody else, but he doesn't I don't know. It don't matter. Like literally, it don't matter. Is this dude is an Xbox fan, right? He's looking at what we say in the console war on a PlayStation side, and then he's making a YouTube video based off of just that. But he has the ability to have conversations with us, but he doesn't have conversations with us. He's a bitch. There's no fucking barriers anymore. If you want to talk to somebody, you can talk to somebody. You got Twitter Spaces, you got Discord, you got everything. So when people do shit like that, and then they want to hide and not have conversations, fuck them. Don't give them no attention. Let's move the fuck on. But I definitely believe we got to do a review on... where we at? We got to do a channel review on True Woody's best friend called Eastwood.
Goddamn.
Yeah, man,
Nah, bro, we not giving attention to motherfuckers like that, bro. If you want to be in a gaming community, you can be in a gaming community, but you're not gonna talk about people in the gaming community, have access to discuss shit with them. You want to fucking bag on us right to our fucking face. But motherfuckers that don't want to do that shit, fuck them, man. Fuck them.
They're scared to talk.
That's what, that's why we got the title. They don't want to talk. They don't want to play us in a game. So why are you even in the community then? Shit, when I heard, years ago, when I heard Porter Rock talking shit about me and the original members of the PlayStation Legion, what did I do? I hunted the motherfucker down. I was like, bro, if you got something to say, you need to say that shit to my face. It's nothing weirder than somebody making a video about you over and over and over and over again when they have the ability to talk to you. So that shit is just weird, bro.
Yeah, facts.
It's gonna keep being like that, though. It's gonna keep being weird because
that's on beta mail.
We're not getting anything. Let me see. 3 days ago from Call Eastwood, new Xbox RPGs fully detailed and gameplay leaked. Starfield and something else. So that's fake.
Yeah,
we didn't know there was no gameplay leaked. There was no details given about any RPG last week.
There's none.
Do people not understand how much of a liar that is? That dude's literally just fucking lied. Nobody calls these idiots out. Why? How the fuck are you gonna lie like that, bro? Let's dive into that shit. He says new Xbox RPGs fully detailed and gameplay leaked. What RPGs were fully detailed last week? What gameplay was shown?
There was an article talking about it. That's what they're saying. I know what they're saying.
But there was no gameplay leaked. He says gameplay was leaked.
Yeah, there was no gameplay leaked. I'm sorry.
Bro, this is what I don't understand. We got Xbox people that follow this motherfucker. For real, we got Xbox people to follow and listen to him. Everything he says, they believe. And then when somebody like myself asks, hey, can you show me something? They're like, I can't do that. All these fucking excuses. Personal attacks. Threatening people with guns because they don't want to fucking admit the truth.
Threatening people with a gun online over gaming, bro. It's pathetic. It's
like these people got a fucking, bro. Xbox fans are just weird. Again, we're going back to Kid's Move to do a review. He has not posted any gameplay on Back for Blood. Again, shout out to Six Humor. He purchased the game. He got the expensive version of the game. He got it early. he's getting around to playing the game. True Woody has notified me that he played the game. I'll be going and reviewing his channel on playing the game. But the people that are on the Xbox side, they did not post any gameplay yet. They got the game through Game Pass. They claim that they have Game Pass. They claim the game was good enough for them to go on the internet and brag about. Okay, you gotta brag about Back for Blood. Back for Blood is out. What do you do now? Oh, stop talking about it. Don't play it. That's what they're doing. Clint Eastwood is gonna give you rumors, but he's not gonna play any games. Clint Eastwood is gonna play a multi-platform game that's available on PlayStation, but he's not gonna play the game that they were capping for. These guys are fucking backwards, bro. They are so ass backwards. Well, let's go outside the box. We did Kids Move. We did call Eastwood. We do them a lot. Chat, panel, help me. Who else? Like who else in the Xbox community plays? Who in the Xbox community caps? We can't say
I can't give you an answer. I can't give you an answer on that.
There gotta be some cappers over there.
Kids Move definitely caps.
We got him. He not playing Back for Blood. Clint Eastwood's not playing. He don't play games anyway. He just collecting money at this point. He's not doing.
Yeah.
That. I don't really know these guys, bro. Huh?
Plays games sometimes, right? K Mega, that guy.
I don't think he has, and I don't fuck with that nigga either. But I don't think he has a presence on YouTube because he's such a fucking clown.
Does Dealer?
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Okay, so let me see. K Mega. If we're gonna go review K Mega's YouTube stuff so far. Let's go see what's going on. So 4 days ago and 1 day ago. So if we go review these, so if we review these, we should be able to dive into some stuff. Okay, so I think this is the one that was the one that was 4 days ago. He ended up playing Battlefield beta and Psychonauts gameplay, and then it was a fighting game that he played, and then it was Halo gameplay, and then it was what's this? Then I believe this might be Tales of Arise. I want to say that's Tales of Arise. It might be Tales of Arise. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I think it might be Tales of Arise. Okay. K-Mega actually does play games. I don't fuck with a nigga, but he do play games. I can
Can't take that away from him.
Yeah, I can't take that away from him. He plays games. He plays some out there games like Fatal, but I respect it.
That's just some outward.
Okay, that's okay. Well, I don't know. He posting Lost Soul aside. I'm not really sure why he's posting it because he's an Xbox dude. And that game ain't out yet, so that's not his gameplay. And then there's a car game he's playing. I'm guessing it's Need for Speed or something. Okay, so. And that was like he's talking to a dev. Again, like just because you have a developer on your YouTube channel doesn't mean like it's gonna bring a lot of views. He's a prime example. He has a long running series called Dev and the Gamer, and nobody gives a fuck. So again, you know, getting a superstar on your channel is not always gonna make you fucking famous. So that was 4 days ago. So you know we give him the benefit of the doubt. So this is another podcast, and this one is, I think he's showing a Shenmue. It gotta be Shenmue, or it gotta be something. It's some Chinese game. Oh, I don't know what it is though. No, it's not Shenmue. I can't say Shenmue that many times. Okay, Demon Slayer, he got gameplay for that, blah blah. Okay.
He bought Demon Slayer on the Xbox. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, no, can't make a bad game. Look, I'm not gonna lie about that. Can't lie about that. Then he got
because I know it ain't in Game Pass.
Okay. So after, I would say
Hey, he's playing Sony
I would say after. I think it's going towards an hour. It's going towards an hour and 50 minutes in. He starts to feature Back for Blood.
Jay, you're just not going to acknowledge that Colt Eastwood won 7 NBA Finals, right?
Hold on, let's be just serious 1 second. Let me get this out the way. So I think it was after 1 minute. After an hour and 44 minutes, he switches to Back for Blood. But Back for Blood is not a feature of the podcast.
What's going on with this guy? Because I heard a lot of stuff. I just got in.
Oh, no, I'm looking around Twitter to see if anybody's playing Back for Blood on the Xbox side because they was capping for the game because it was on Game Pass. But what I'm finding out is nobody actually took the time to feature the game that they were capping for.
No hour preview gameplay from any other thing?
None of that. And they have it for free with the subscription service. So, who was the next one? You said Dealer Gaming?
Yeah.
Okay, Dealer Gaming. Thanks, Samantha, for showing up, man.
What else, Samantha?
And D-Batch. And someone said D-Batch in the chat.
Well, we already know Dealer Gaming just gonna post clickbait, and I'm not clicking on any of that shit. So we good. Let me give you a title. Xbox Series X games and update. Forza Horizon 5. Look, and then he in his thumbnail it says game leak. What game leak? There was no games that leaked this week.
Yo, it's so
like, bro, this clickbait shit, bro.
Is this still Colt Eastwood you talking about?
No, this is Dealer Gaming.
Oh, Dealer.
That's leaking it. Leak. Bro, their brain is leaking, bro. Like, I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. He hasn't posted anything for 4 days. That means there was obviously nothing of value this week, including Back for Blood. But I eat the bullet for you guys. I don't like eating bullets, but I gotta eat a bullet for you.
Yeah, you do.
Let me go look at this stupid ass.
What kind of bullet is it?
What if it's a bird?
The bullet is
bullets made out of
skipping through his live stream to see if he posted anything for Back for Blood, and no, he didn't. So the live stream that he had, it was
basically one of those type of videos where he
it was a live stream, and the gameplay that he featured in the live stream, it was Forza Horizon. So again, these guys was capping for Back for Blood, but when Forza came out, they forgot the game even exists, and they don't even talk about Back for Blood. I'm all about keeping people honest. If I can't keep you honest, we just gonna have a lot of random motherfuckers lying about shit. I ain't for it. I'm not for it. Here you go. If you don't believe me, I'm gonna go to character creation because I don't think I've ever seen a character being created on Forza, so I think he has a little clip of that. I'm interested to see how bad it is.
Earth Brizzle says, is anyone getting that YouTuber's Life 2 video game? Hell yeah, bro. That's what they want from me. Day one, man.
Okay, so what we got here is he's playing Forza. He's doing the character creation. I can confirm one thing to you guys, that that's all they care about. They do not care about anything else, bro. That's it. That's all they care about. Again, big hats off to Microsoft. I'm not gonna give my true opinions until after the show, but you know, I appreciate that they are supporting the handicapped community with accessible controllers, and I see that the character creation on Forza Horizon 5, I believe, will allow you to have like like robotic limbs or like amputee limbs and stuff for people that may be disabled. So that's pretty cool that they're showing that.
That's good.
But
only good thing Xbox has done.
Yeah, so that's that one thing. It's more. I feel my personal opinion, nobody else's opinion. This is my opinion. I feel that it still is a publicity stunt because they didn't care about accessibility the generation before with the 360 or the Xbox. So, you know, I feel that it is still a publicity stunt.
It's to get people on their side.
Yeah, it is. Most of the things they do is about that. So we're checking out D-Batch next.
Yep. D-Batch.
Does anybody have any other names? I just want to be sure that I'm not wrong, but I don't even have to do this. No, D-Batch is out. D-Batch hasn't posted anything for a whole week, and the last thing he posted was Halo. So D-Batch, I'm not even gonna click on his channel. Anybody else?
God damn, I don't know. I don't know.
Do you see the difference between us and them?
Yeah, it's like night and day, man.
Like we see a game we like, we cap for it, we play it, we buy it. They cap for a game, they don't play it, they don't buy it.
Yeah.
Well, they never been buying games.
Especially they ain't gonna play it if it's got a low Metacritic score, and let that determine they shit.
Oh yeah, Metacritic.
Well, hey, see, that's why they in this situation, because they looked at Metacritic and the Xbox One came out and they ain't buy none of the games. So you gotta buy some fucking games, no matter what the Metacritic look like, or you just not gonna get no games.
That is true. That's 100% facts.
Metacritic fucks them over, bro.
They really need to let Metacritic.
Are we done? Are we done with like seeing?
I guess that's it. Those are the only few people. Those are the only few people that actually, I believe, will play games.
Now, again, big shout out to my boy Sick Humor. I really appreciate what him, King Thrash, Jabari, all of them, what all of they've been doing over the last couple of years. I've been here for a long time. I saw people rise, I saw people fall. And it's good to see these guys is around, helping our community, keeping people honest. That's what I like. Look at my boy Sick Humor. What do we see? We search Sick Humor. We see No Cap Podcast account. What do we see next to it? Back for Blood. Proud. Proud. He puts it in his thumbnail.
Yep.
He plays the game. What is so fucking hard about playing a game you didn't even have to pay extra money for?
Hey man, hey, that's the.
I need to understand, bro. I really need to understand.
That's the community we are in now, Jay. It's like the communities of the people. Like, we don't want to show you our gamer tags. We don't want to play games. We don't want to show you that we play games. We don't even want you to know that we don't play games. That's the community. That's the new age gamers, and in fact, some of the old gamers started adapting that philosophy. We don't play games.
This is the type of game, right, that I have to play with friends.
Oh yeah. He got friends. Yeah, like Court now.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one of those games you don't want to go in single player. I mean, they penalize you for doing single player. Yeah, because you can't even get the trophies.
They'll absolutely destroy you if you actually go single player. That's a game you gotta play with. You gotta know if you, let's say all of us decide to get that game, right? Mm-hmm. That's the only way you can play that game. You can't play that game.
Yeah, it's not balanced where you play by
yourself. It looks really good though, as far as like the frame rate. It's really good.
And the graphics ain't half bad either.
No.
I'm looking at it now.
No, it's not bad. And 6 million on the PS5, so.
Exactly. I'm seeing that too. Again, here we go. My point is proven. Xbox fans don't play games that they get through Game Pass. PlayStation gamers buy those same games and play them. And proud enough to play them. Do you see a problem here? So now we understand why we had an individual like Xbox University quiet like a little bitch when King Thrash asked him to challenge him to any game that he was good at. Not King Thrash. King Thrash said, is there any game that you're good at that you can whoop my ass in? And the motherfucker was quiet. You can talk about Game Pass all day, but you can't name one game on Game Pass that has multiplayer that you want to play against King Thrash? So you just quiet like a bitch? Come on, bro. So
Jay,
yes, the
good-
consensus
Jay.
is I feel that PlayStation gamers are better at gaming than Xbox fans because y'all don't play games anymore. Even the games
Jay,
you get for free.
Jay, for you to be good at a game, you have to play the game. So I can see why you can't give King Crash any game. You see what I'm saying? I can see why you would deny. I can see why you would run away from the fight. It's like okay. It's like you see this big dude on the playground, right? He said you want to arm wrestle. Nigga ain't gonna arm wrestle. Hey, he ain't gonna fight that dude because guess what? He knows he gonna lose. And he don't want to lose and show off in front of his friends. Like he done got his ass whooped. So he's gonna quietly walk away and he gonna quietly walk away and pretend like it's not a big deal. Like that's what they're gonna do.
Again, I want to give a big shout out to Sick Humor for saying that he wanted to get the game, got the game, played it within the first week of it being out. Live stream it, made a fucking content with the name of the game in it, was not afraid of the game, and posted it on YouTube.
Yeah, but when I saw him playing, it wasn't actually a bad game at all. You just had to get you just need a team of people to play that game. So even if I was to get it and no one on my PSN even had that game, I wouldn't even I would be pointless. Just like we with freaking with Outriders, you need people to play that game. You can't play that game by yourself.
Yeah, and plus you gotta like when it comes to gaming, bro,
No.
you gotta be unapologetic, bro, about what you like in your gaming, bro. Like, this is one nigga for sure.
Let me tell y'all a story.
Unapologetic, bro.
I had a good amount of content for a series, right? It was the PlayStation themes, right? I have been covering themes since the PSP, or collecting them since the PSP. I've been covering them on YouTube since the PS3. So over 2 generations of me covering themes on PlayStation consoles, including the PS Vita. So that was like 3 different platforms. Okay, so there was no real content for it out there. People had showed off themes like a minute or just a couple of seconds of a theme that a developer had created and they had posted it on their website. So what I thought, I was like, okay, well, I have a collection of themes. Let me show it off. This one theme, this shit just blew up, bro. It was like 17,000 views. It's 6 years old now, but it had blew up. All I did was just share information with other gamers about something that other gamers might not share. This is something I've never really told anybody, but I want to share it publicly with you guys. I had not learned anything about the updates to the Xbox interface through our section of the gaming community because we don't have anybody on that side that posts any type of content like that. Like even when it comes to Twitter, you will see PlayStation fans share screenshots of their UI. But if you show our UI, we show our games. We're not ashamed to show games. So we do show our UI more than they show theirs. They don't want to show their UI. So I went many years last year not knowing the different changes that came to the UI until they changed their UI to make it look like PlayStation's UI. So let me just show you a little bit of this video. All it is me going through a couple of themes and showing people the themes that I had. It wasn't nothing big. It was very simple video to do. I just showed some themes and talk. But for some reason it blew up, 17,000 views. A lot of people really enjoyed it. I posted pictures on Facebook. I posted pictures on Twitter of my themes and my interface. I've never been ashamed to show people what games I'm playing. I've never been ashamed to show people a game. But again, here's the video. Shit, this was before I even had a lot of different logos. If you see, if I go over here to where we at? Oh, I think we could go over here, right? So that's the old JTV. logo. That's how fucking long ago I've been like doing a lot of content on YouTube. That's an old logo. You probably never even saw it. I used it for a couple months and then I fucking got rid of it. But long story short, you see that, hey, this is just content, just helping out the community, showing them different themes that I got, stuff like that. So if I just go over here, you can just see, you know, just going through the interface, going through the themes. This is a simple thing that I had not seen from the Xbox community. And I was like, why are they, like, it's so simple, right? Take a screenshot of your UI. Share your UI backgrounds. They never did.
But Jay, if they did that, it will show that they don't
play games. Yes, I know.
Exactly.
I know. So now you guys understand. And this is something I never shared with nobody. Is I'm not trying to do anything with the console war at all. It's just I wanted to get that off my chest. I did not know the updates that were coming to their UI until they copied ours at the end of the gen. Nobody cared to inform the rest of the gaming community of how their UI was changing. I heard that they were not pleased with the UI coming from the 360 and that it was not very celebrated. So that could have been one of the reasons why they did not talk about their UI. They talk about their UI now, but they still don't post as much, you know, screenshots or anything of their UI, like True what he said. If you share your UI, especially if I'm going to just go right here to the PlayStation UI, right? Every game has its own wallpaper until they actually give us the ability to use wallpapers. I do believe that's coming, hopefully by the end of the year, but I do believe that's coming soon. So every game has a wallpaper, right? You see, this is the UI. So when I show you my UI, I'm going to show you games. These are the games I've been playing. If I wait long enough, trophies will pop, and you'll see my percentage. Y'all motherfuckers know I've been on this Ender Lilies and I will be getting the fucking platinum. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I gotta get that damn platinum. I put too many fucking hours into this game. I got 33%. I beat I think I beat 2 or 3 bosses off air. I was up until 5 something in the morning playing this game, getting these trophies, and I feel proud. I really do. I put a lot of fucking hard work into this game and I cannot wait to get that fucking platinum. That's that gamer shit right there. You don't see that on Xbox. You know, I was playing Uncharted 4 multiplayer the other day for you guys. I played Dreams. I went over there. You can see what I've done, and I'm not ashamed of it. Why can't they show us their UI? You can't show the UI. Come on, bro. You don't even want to do that? Like these guys, bro, they some scary ass motherfuckers, bro. They really are. They will show you a gun, but they won't show you their gamer tag. They will show you a gun, but they won't show you the UI. They will talk about what games they got on Game Pass, but they won't show you that. But they will show you that gun.
Hey,
like, come on, bro.
That, bro. Hey, that's facts, bro.
Like these guys are just some weird ass motherfuckers, bro. It's called the gaming community for a fucking reason.
No, it's called a capping community. That's what you misunderstand. You misunderstand, bro. You misunderstand. These people these days.
Let me put it this way. I am fucking old, right? I'm gonna say I'm old. When I came to YouTube in 2008, after watching El Presador, Solid Rev, 7th Level, the original members of the Trey Brotherhood.
That's an old name. I ain't heard of them.
Exactly. Those were the Trey Brotherhood. They inspired me and my brother to become YouTubers or YouTube content creators or YouTube gamers or whatever the fuck my title is. They inspired us. I started a channel called Pyro 2000X, which was a partnership between me and my brother. I ended up taking over because, again, he was more into the just playing the games. He didn't feel like, you know, doing more of the YouTube stuff. I took over, ran the channel from 2008 with games and news all the way to 2011 until I got suspended or flagged down. And then I had this channel as a backup. I ended up posting some PlayStation Home gameplay. I came back to this channel because it was the only other channel people would stop reporting it for no fucking reason, just because I was a PlayStation gamer and they didn't want the history to be known that the PS3 made a significant comeback during the PS3 generation, and that was the reason why y'all motherfuckers kept reporting me. Long story short, came back to this channel, saw my PlayStation Home videos was blowing up. I started doing walkthroughs for PlayStation Home. I started doing gameplay for Killzone 2 and 3. I just started posting nothing but gameplay. I went back to my roots of covering news about 3 years after that, and here I am today. It's not hard, to be honest. Yes, people don't want you to be honest. Yes, people will report you. Yes, people will try to get you suspended. Yes, people will throw dirt on your fucking name. But if you're not getting that, you're not doing something right. If you're not getting this level of hate that I get, where people are calling me out my name, being racist, making multiple fake accounts, trying to infiltrate our Discord to fucking hack it. When people are giving us fake fucking links so they can get our IP address. If you're not getting that type of attention, you're not doing something right. That's how it is, bro. But it's so fucking simple to be honest. After years and years of dealing with the bullshit I had to deal with. But these motherfuckers can't send you a picture of their fucking UI. How fucking hard is it? It takes 1 second. You got the share button now. Fuck. I could do it. Let's see. Let's see how long it takes. Okay. Okay, just took a picture. Hold the button. Share the picture to Twitter. Okay. Follow it. It's already posted. Too late.
Microsoft
it's already up. It's already up. Bam. Like, it's on Twitter right now. My UI just got taken. Put it on Twitter already. It's done. Easy.
Like hell,
that's when you don't got shit to hide, bro. When you got something to hide, you gotta look at people suspicious, man. For real. Yeah, I'm fucking old. I'm like 8 billion years old.
Community of clout, bro. That's what they are over there. They ain't no gamers, bro.
Bro, that's bro. It's so fucking weird, bro. You can't show us your UI. I'm frustrated because I've been covering UIs for years. You know, when I cover the themes, it's not just about the artwork connected to the themes. It's about the UI itself and making those themes look good. If you have a bad looking UI, your themes are not gonna look good. But when we see all of these Xbox channels that we just went over, you don't really see a good UI, or they don't want to show the new UI because they know it's copying off of PlayStation's UI. So maybe that's the reason. And the reason that they didn't want to show the UI before the new update is because it looked bad, and that's why they changed the UI to make it look like the PS4 UI. But still, that shouldn't be any reason why you can't show us. I mean, that's a little petty, don't you think? We already know you copied off PlayStation. You copied with the share button too.
Alright, well.
What's going on, Mike Johnson? It's good to see you guys here.
What up, Mike Johnson? Mike Johnson, you changed your profile picture yet, bro?
Hey, Mike, you know I got that. I got your fucking profile picture, bro. I still got it on file. Get in contact with me, man. I made you a nice profile picture. It says Mike Johnson, but it'll fit in the little circle. So, you know, just hit me up, man. I still got it on file. Y'all know how I feel. If you don't got a profile picture, if I see you with no profile picture, I don't want to confuse you for one of these weirdo trolls that we have. So please get in contact with me. If you don't have a profile picture, I will create one for you for free. I have no problem doing that shit. Let's go dive over here into my subscriptions and see what we got. Yeah, I was a part of this wild ass fucking roundtable came in at the end, but that shit was fucking wild. The motherfucking round table last night.
The wild table was always wild.
Yeah, that shit was wild. I missed a good amount because I forgot he went live. Remember, I had the Instagram podcast I was a part of, and then I had the Gamecast, and I forgot he was going live.
I didn't even remember either. I actually literally missed the whole entire podcast. I forgot he went live.
Well, guys, we're getting to the end of the month, and Game Informer is supposed to be doing coverage of Saints Row. I think they're doing a very good job. I do wish we get even more gameplay. What I've seen is good. It is definitely day one, but I want to see polished PS5, Xbox Series X level gameplay. So what they're showing us is PS4, Xbox One. I want to see how this game runs on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X so I can make a decision of how much money I want to give them for the game. I am also waiting until January to put my money down because I am afraid that it might get delayed. February is a packed month and somebody is going to have to blink. There's really ain't shit here. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be like there's not a lot of people been posting.
I honestly think Saints Row will blink and they'll be the first to say we're pushing it back to March.
No,
because it's not.
That game would be June or July. Nah, bro, you can't push it back. Look, you can't push it to March. You wanna know why? Because everybody else could do the same thing.
Because so many games are in February.
Yeah, if you push your game back to March, everybody else could do the same thing, bro.
You better push that bitch to April and hope God of War don't destroy you.
Listen, Suicide Squad just got shown off. It's coming out next year. There's tons of other games that got a 2020 release. You got the Harry Potter game that's also in 2020. Man, it's too many games in that year.
WB on a game next year, bro.
Yeah. Oh, and then the Gotham Knights is also coming out next year.
Yep.
Oh wait, what did you say?
I think one of those games gonna get pushed back though.
He said WB is
a lot of these are gonna get pushed back. Like there's no way all of these are coming out in 1 year.
Yeah, so WB has Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, Kills the Justice League, and they have the Harry Potter Hogwarts. So they got a lot. That's just 3 games from one publisher. And then, got PlayStation, they got 3 exclusives. They got Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, and God of War Ragnarok next year. I mean, it's gonna be a fucking crazy year, man. Damn, that's
not
crazy.
Not to mention the third-party exclusive deals. Oh man.
Oh yeah, Forspoken, and hopefully Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forspoken 2, God. Ooh. And I think that one's a 2-year time exclusive.
Yeah, that one's 2 year, and I think Final Fantasy is 1 year. Final Fantasy 16 being a 1 year exclusive, you don't understand how important that is. Like, you do not understand.
Bro,
that's a very big.
Do you realize Final Fantasy 7 still hasn't gone anywhere yet? Like,
I know it hasn't even been talked about. I expect it to be shown off at the Game Awards for Game Pass. I'm just saying. I'm just ballparking here, because if the year is almost up and it's supposed to come out next year for Xbox, then I expect it to be shown off.
It's supposed to come out this year. It's supposed to come out this year for Xbox.
No, but they extended it. It's on.
I know they extended it.
Yeah. They extended it. It was supposed to come out on Xbox, but then when PlayStation published the PS5 version, they made another extension, and then it says something about 2022. I forgot what month next year, but it says something 2022.
Well, I think Game Pass's next third-party big game is gonna be Cyberpunk.
Yes.
I think that's gonna go next.
Game Pass, yeah.
But it won't matter.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You want to know why it won't matter? Because CD Projekt Red still does not have the next gen patch ready. I think that they will get a bigger impact if they can wait to get that game on Game Pass when they have the third party patch, because we know that won't be a permanent game on Game Pass. So I think they should wait on that game, put it on the service after they got the patch. Also, I do want to point out that I don't know where Scorn or Bright Memory is. Those are two games that are indie / PC origin timed exclusives for Xbox. They were shown off with the launch of the Xbox Series X and S, and we have not heard anything. I can do my research, but I don't think it will pop up anything. But I would do it just to be a smartass. Let me see. Scorn. We're going to search Scorn first. Yes, I am being a smartass because I know we're not going to fucking see shit. This game went radio silent. The last time it was shown off was 11 months ago. And if I'm not mistaken, that would mean a whole fucking year. They showed this game off almost a year ago. And they didn't talk about it for a whole year. The Xbox community is a fucking bunch of idiots, bro. They lied to you guys and got you to spend $500 on a console with no fucking games. Your first major exclusive, console exclusive, comes out next month, which is the 1 year anniversary of the Xbox Series X. Do you guys understand how fucked up that is?
Here's the thing. PlayStation 1 year anniversary is gonna go off with a bang because we had
that's right.
Entire year.
They gotta do something next month. I don't know what it's gonna be. Okay, I got a red alert. It's not a red alert. It's not a fucking surprise either. The Bright Memory next gen trailer for Xbox was shown off a year ago today. So again, I mean, that's really what we're doing now. We're capping for a game or games that will not be shown off for a couple of years, would not come out for years, will not be talked about for years, and we just cap it for it.
SIE, Insomnia did not say Spider-Man 2 will be dark. It was Marvel themselves that said that.
Yeah, Marvel said that. But Insomniac did admit that Wolverine is going to be, Wolverine.
Yeah, they said Wolverine will be dark.
Yeah, Wolverine is going to be dark.
Yeah, but
Marvel said Spider-Man is going to be dark.
But they said Marvel said it's going to be like Empire Strikes Back. Right.
It's going to be dope.
Hey, if they put it like that though, they could literally be saying that someone's going to die. They could be saying that someone's going to die. Someone's going to get capped.
Arnold, you crazy, Arnold.
Somebody died on the first one. Remember Aunt May? So.
Huh?
Oh yeah, Aunt May.
At the end, that was sad as fuck.
Yeah, that was
hit home, bro.
That was sad.
That hit home, man, for real.
Okay, so let me give you guys an update. As you know, Bright Memory is an indie. It's not a lot of people working on that game. I think it might be one dude. The game was first put on PC. The game was a PC exclusive until they brought it to Xbox. The version they brought to Xbox ran like shit, played like shit, has a very, very bad Metacritic score. They were still capping for the game because it was a first-person shooter. But again, the last time we saw hardcore gameplay was a year ago, and it was only 1 minute and 42 seconds. I do believe it was running on PC. We will never know because nothing else has been confirmed for this game, not even a release date. So, again, I'm asking you guys, is it popular to lie? And then when shit don't go your way, you continue to just move somewhere else and continue to lie about something, and then you keep taking L's, and then you just move away, and then you keep lying, and then you get called out, and then you move away. Like, is that winning? Is that what winning is?
No,
I don't think they understand that.
Because this is what's going on now.
Heck, they don't even understand the concept of DLC. Like, they don't even understand the concept of DLC.
Like, people don't understand that they showed off Forza Motorsport last year, and they were too afraid to show it off again because Gran Turismo 7 was coming out. You think I'm lying? Let me show y'all something.
Yep, Motorsport that game got downgraded, bro, from what we saw. On
No.
No.
No, it didn't. Because we never saw it after E3. What you're seeing is Horizon. You're not seeing more. Yeah, remember, last year.
Motorsport was showing up, and when they showed off Gran Turismo, they said, well, we ain't bringing that shit out. Let's bring out Horizon and go. Horizon is the one that's more fun. So we can't go up against Gran Turismo because they thought Gran Turismo would come out this year.
Here it is right here.
Gonna go up with Gran Turismo.
A year ago, and I think we should. I'm gonna dive into this, and I'm gonna dive into Gran Turismo 7. A year ago, they only got 1.3 million views. We already know Gran Turismo 7 just killed this shit. But it was only 1 minute exactly of what they claim to be gameplay. But we know when it comes to Forza, they've always debuted it with cinematics. Well, now they don't have to because they just have it running on a PC, and then on the console version will look shit like that or play like that. But yeah, we only ever got one video about Forza Motorsport, which at this point in time looks like a fucking bold-faced lie because you came out with Forza Horizon, not Motorsport. And you showed off Motorsport a year ago, but no information came out about Motorsport. The reason why is because Xbox fans don't actually like Motorsport. They like Horizon. So what Microsoft did, they put this shit all the way back until whenever the fuck they want to bring it out, which is probably going to be never. Because once you have Gran Turismo 7 on the field, you already know your game is ass garbage. You can do Forza Horizon all you want, but you're not going to go head to head with Gran Turismo when it comes to a simulator racer. You're not. And they were smart enough to fucking push this game back or delay it or cancel it, whatever they're doing with it. But as you can see right here, we searched it up. They have never talked about this game at all over a whole year. But let's go dive into it and show you what they showed. You can already see it don't look anything like Gran Turismo. And Gran Turismo actually had in-game. And they have to do cinematics.
To be quite fair, Jay, let's be 100. Let's be 100. The fact that any game is even comparable to the Xbox, and actually even look or even winning any comparisons, is an L on Xbox. It's an L on that system. And now because for one, it has more power in it. It has way more brute power. But the fact that the matter is, that system is poorly designed. The fact that the PlayStation 5 with any comparisons is an L on that system because they ran with the whole power narrative. We have the most power. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
I hear what you're saying. Let me break this news down. So,
go ahead.
After a whole year, Forza Motorsport only got 1.3 million views. After 1 month, Gran Turismo 7 got 3.1 million views. What we talked about a couple days ago, this game, Gran Turismo 7, will in fact be compared to Forza Motorsport 7. And I think Xbox fans really need to prepare for your game looking like dog shit. Now remember, Gran Turismo Sport was compared to Forza Motorsport 7 and it didn't win. So you already know what's going to happen with Gran Turismo 7. And they were making their game look good regardless of the existence of Digital Foundry. So you already know Gran Turismo 7 is going to knock it out the park. Again, let's go take a look at Gran Turismo 7's very first trailer versus... Oh, hold on. That's wrong. I lied. This is Gran Turismo 7's very first trailer. It's Gran Turismo 7 announcement trailer. And it was... Oh, shit. It was posted a year ago and it got 10 million views. So... I know. Gran Turismo 7 was posted a year ago. They got 10 million views.
Damn.
Forza Motorsport was posted a year ago. They only got 1 million views. So let's take a look at this one. let's take a look at the real race, and it was all in game. Remember, it was all gameplay. Like, bro, Xbox, bro. Their level of bullshit is unreachable by anybody else, bro. They showed you CGI. PlayStation shows you gameplay. Come on, man.
Inside the cockpit too.
Hold on. That was like towards the end. Hold on, let me show you how it started.
Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah, how it started like this, and it was all in game. And it looked better than Forza. How they showed off their new car game was better than how Forza showed off their new car game.
Yo, Jay, did you see that dust kick up when that car span out?
This is the king right here. This is the king right here. The king. The king. They wish they could do this shit. They wish. God damn, bro. It really must suck to be in last place. I wouldn't know how it feels, but it really must suck to be in last place. And it must suck to support people in last place. Like, really. Fucking crazy. So after they showed the introduction, it seemed like they went into like, oh, okay, y'all think that's all we gonna show? So they showed gameplay. Again, this was a year ago when they did this. And as we know, Gran Turismo looks even better. But when they showed it last year, it was already better than Forza, and it's still better than Forza Horizon. Sorry, bro. Anybody say Forza Horizon is better than Gran Turismo 7, you need to stop. First of all, one's a simulator, the other one's open world. The simulator is going to look better than the open world. Why? Because in the open world, you have to program for you driving anywhere, the buildings, all of the other shit, the debris, the destruction. A simulator is always going to look better than an open world arcade game. So, right. But Digital Foundry will do the comparison between the two, but I really can't wait for the Gran Turismo 7 versus Forza Motorsport 7 comparison. And unless Microsoft pays Digital Foundry a lot of money not to do that obvious comparison, I'm going to have a lot of popcorn, nice soda, some gummy bears. I'm going to make a date of that shit just to see how bad they get their ass whooped in the comparison. That shit gonna be fun.
That's it, going popcorn.
I know y'all know what I said. I think I'm just picking it up. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick it up for the fuck of it. Like, I'm not missing out on this. I'll pick it up for the fuck of it, bro. This shit looks like water, bro. It looks like pure 4K video game water. So you see how that goes, people? How it goes is, and I'm going to go take this screenshot of my phone and put it on Twitter to embarrass all the Xbox fans. But how it goes is that...
I don't think they actually get embarrassed.
They got to get embarrassed. You showed off your game and it got 1 million views. We showed off our game and got 10 million views. Obviously, your game ain't as popular.
No, I don't know what I'm saying is I don't think they get embarrassed. I don't think they have that,
being in last place and taking L's. Well, I mean, they must not be real humans because that's an emotion they all should feel right now. Like, I'm serious.
They should.
They should. You in last place, man. You should feel embarrassed to support the person in last place.
But if they're not human, maybe they don't know what L's are, so it don't affect them.
Maybe I should teach them.
Yeah, teach them your ways, bro. You got it. You got it, bro. The art of the L. Got it.
That's it. So we're gonna go back to library. We're gonna go back to the library, right? So we got it right here on file. Legit. We really got it right here in front of you guys. Gran Turismo 10 million views. Forza Motorsport 1.3 million views. Gran Turismo showed 3 minutes, showed a small teaser, and then they went on to show straight gameplay running on a console. Microsoft couldn't even do that. I want y'all also to remember, they couldn't even show you Forza Horizon last year. They showed absolutely no gameplay to make you spend $500, and you still spent $500. I need to understand why did they get tricked so bad, bro?
Forza Horizon was a rush push to get it out, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know, because we know Forza Horizon is not a full game. They're adding to it, but originally it was going to be a big expansion for Forza Horizon 4. But instead, they were like, well, let's make a game off of it. So that's what they did. It's sad.
Hey, yo, OG gamer, OCD gamer in the chat, bro. You know why Xbox is on our mind, bro? Because Xbox is a laughing stock. Simple as that, bro.
What did he say?
Nah, he said we always talking about Xbox.
Talking about Xbox and showing your fucking greatness is two different things. I'm making an honest comparison. Every day I hear fucking Xbox talking about Forza this, Halo this. We look at the statistics, they don't really care. Nobody else cares. If Forza was so big, people would be viewing the video, right? I don't see anything wrong with me talking about it. So, I'm showing you facts. I'm giving you numbers. I'm showing you visuals. These motherfuckers talk shit about PlayStation. They don't do none of that. They just talking shit to talk shit. We showing you why that system is shit. It's a big difference. Big difference. But we're going to go to the Gran Turismo Gran Turismo 7 video that was posted 1 month ago. But yeah, again, I'm looking at what I'm seeing, and it's really impressive. Really is impressive. That again, people claim that nobody likes Gran Turismo when you're talking to an Xbox fan, and they only say that because we don't have Horizon. But even Forza Horizon doesn't sell good. Gran Turismo is a series that has sold over 85 million copies combined. The last Gran Turismo Sport sold 8 million copies so far that we have on record. That tells you one thing, that people can talk shit online, but people are actually buying the games over here. Now, we got to step into next month. Everybody's going to talk about Forza. Everybody's going to hype it up. They're going to brag about it. They're going to post, hopefully they post gameplay and screenshots. But did they go out to buy it? If Game Pass didn't exist, would they go out and buy it? I have the answer. No. Because before Game Pass, none of the Forza games were selling anywhere close to the Gran Turismo games. And when I'm talking about Gran Turismo 6 and Gran Turismo Sport. Gran Turismo 6 was handicapped. Gran Turismo 6 came out when the PS4 was already out, and it came out on the PS3. And it still sold better than any of the Forza games during the Xbox One generation. Gran Turismo Sport, not a full-fledged Gran Turismo game. These are statistics. Factual statistics. You good does not mean that shit is actually good. You have to show fucking statistics. Are people happy eating only at McDonald's in 2021 with so many different restaurants and so many different ways to get food into your mouth? Whether you're going to drive to that place or you're using a delivery app. Like, come on, bro.
Yep.
Forza is not the only car game out there. And they have not been out there the longest. So the things that they're doing, Gran Turismo has already perfected generations ago. Yeah, I'm not trashing them. I'm giving statistics. If the statistics prove that platform is trash, I apologize. They did that shit to themselves. I'm just giving you facts. Now, if somebody wants me not to share facts, then that means I will be lying to you about the truth. And I don't want to lie about the truth. The truth is a powerful thing. It always comes out. You don't want to hide that shit. I'm serious, bro. The truth comes out. That motherfucker will hit you in the face if you're not careful. You don't want to fuck that up. I wanted to see this right here. This rain effects. Don't worry, I'll be playing Gran Turismo tomorrow. But I mean, I would play it today. But if I play it today,
you be screwing up your integrity if you lie.
You said what?
I said you'd be screwing up your integrity if you lie.
Exactly. I can't do what other people can do. They can lie all day and night. I can't do that shit.
Yo, you ever heard Next Gen 720? That nigga's like, oh, I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I got no integrity. I'm like,
that's cool. But I can't do that. That shit eats away, man. That shit eats away at me. I don't like lying, man. I don't like lying. I would get on let me get on Gran Turismo just to see if they could give me my birthday car. If they don't give me my birthday car today, then I'm gonna probably have to wait until tomorrow. But let me see if they give that shit to me. Because they might actually get that shit to me.
Should I Gran Turismo? My birthday, motherfucker.
It's cool that they do that on this game. I know they also give you a birthday cake on Death Stranding if you play the game during your birthday and if you go to sleep in one of the bunkers or whatever, they do that. Nah, they ain't give me shit.
Yeah, they're not gonna give it to you until tomorrow. They
Yeah, they ain't give me shit.
Yeah, if that's the case, I gotta play Death Stranding on in January. I gotta see that.
Yeah. I do want to know what their solution is going to be for the cars that you have. Will any of them transfer over, or will you get like...
I doubt that.
Yeah, I want to know if you get any perks. Like, if you play Gran Turismo, do you unlock anything at all on Gran Turismo 7 because you have the save data? I mean, some PlayStation games used to do that, like Infamous. Like, if you play Infamous on Good or Evil on the first one, and you had save data, you would unlock something on Infamous 2. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Damn, this game is still beautiful, man. Always gonna be. This one motherfucking game right here, bro. This motherfucking game right here. Man, I'm telling you. And the history, man. You see all that history they got? Like, that's one of the things they added on Sport that I really like. Where you can just sit there and cars will go by and then different events in history will go by.
They teach you about the car history, bro, in Gran Turismo. See, that's the thing that Forza Motorsport does not do. They don't have... Bro, that's good. See, Gran Turismo is a real car game. That's the difference.
Oh, definitely.
If you don't know your history on the car, it got that information on the game.
I don't know. I wanted to see if I could find a car library because I know they're gonna transfer their shit over now. I know Forza had it first, but there's like a couple other games that had it that I know of. And whoop-de-doo, I was looking for an Xbox car, and they already have one with Xbox on it. And I wasn't even looking for it. I was looking for anime. Here you go. Gran Turismo Sport on the PS4. I'm running it on the PS5. It has no enhancement patches for the PS5. This is just how it looks all the time. And yeah, somebody made a anime car with Xbox Game Studios on it. So it doesn't get better than that. Oh my goodness. Ask and you shall receive.
Don't ask, it's alright.
Okay, OCD Gamer. Why do I think OCD Gamer is a subscriber, but not actually a subscriber? Oh, okay, you're not that dude. I thought you were that dude. No, you're an Xbox dude. Okay, I mistake you for somebody else. You have a Xbox Series X profile picture. And you mean to tell me you came here to hear about PlayStation news, which we have already talked about? All of this is news because y'all motherfuckers don't talk about it. If we let y'all motherfuckers tell it, Forza is the most popular game of all time when we know that's bullshit. Again, 85 plus million copies sold versus what, 16 million copies sold for the whole Forza series? Fuck out of here. Forza ain't shit.
Who said that?
Oh, that's the general consensus from the Xbox fans. Okay, we step into next month, True Witty. You will hear Xbox fans bragging about Forza Horizon like it's the best car game out there ever.
Oh, I already know that.
Yeah. But it's not. Because they don't buy it. They don't support it. It's not in the Olympics. It's not on ESPN. It's not in esports.
It would never be in the Olympics.
Yeah, it's not in esports. It's not on ESPN. It's not on anything. The fans hype the game up, but they don't buy it enough for it to be taken seriously outside of the fan base. Gran Turismo, not like that. Established itself generations ago. Facts. This is news. Because guess what? A lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people don't acknowledge it.
Xbox on the car. That's funny. That's funny.
Okay, OCD Gamer, you said had a PS5 one last week. I play what's fun, not what's sold. Okay. What system do you have? This should be fun. You want to make a fool out of yourself? I can help you. What's going on? What system do you got?
Oh boy. Oh boy. He said both. Oh boy.
Okay. What's your PlayStation Network ID?
Oh God. Why do y'all do this to yourselves? Why do y'all do this? Why do y'all do this to yourselves, man?
Gotta cough with that receipt, bro, if you want to fuck around with us.
Why do these people do this to themselves, bro? Like,
What's your PlayStation Network name? I hope they don't fucking give me that car for my birthday. That'll be horrible.
They gonna give you a bird car, bro.
OCD Gamer. Hold on, guys. OCD Gamer, you just told us you have both platforms, right? I asked you, what is your PlayStation Network name? 2 times. You don't give me your PlayStation Network name. You ask a question to the question that I ask. So when you give me an answer, I will answer your question. So I'm going to ask you one more time. What is your PlayStation Network name? You claim that you own both platforms. I'm pretty sure, because you're on the internet right now talking to me, you have online on both of those platforms. Meaning you had to have made an account in order to play a game on PlayStation 4 or Xbox. So, what is your PlayStation Network name?
Bro, stop beating around the bush. I own both platforms too. Give your freaking name, niggas. Stop beating around.
I don't know what I am. Everybody has an opinion on me. So literally, whatever you think I am, that's what I am to you. I'm a gamer. That's what I am. So, I don't believe I'm a fanboy, because fanboys, like I've explained multiple times, will cap for a game and not play it. Will cap for a game and not buy it. Will cap for a game and not share any content related to the game that they're capping for. Capping means bragging about the game, getting excited about the game, talking about the game before it comes out. So I don't do that. When you hear me talk about a game I'm going to buy, I'll let you know months in advance if I'm interested. I'll let you see my receipts that I pre-ordered the game and everything.
Xbox basher. He says you're an Xbox basher.
Whatever you want me to be. If that's what you want me to be, I can't change your opinion or how you see me. So, now that I answered your question, you said you own both platforms. What is your PlayStation Network ID? That's cool. That's great. That's great. That's awesome. What is your PlayStation Network ID?
Yeah,
he beating around the bush, Jay.
Because you told me you have both platforms. I want to add you and see what games you play on the platform that I'm on. All I'm asking you, politely, is what is your PlayStation Network ID? I'm only asking you this question because you told us that you own both platforms.
Bro, don't come here and say you own both and won't back up that proof.
There's no personal information when I add your username on the PlayStation Network. All I would do was go to your profile and check your trophies to see what games you're playing on the platform I'm currently on. By the way, you got 3 minutes.
Oh, you got time. Oh, the timer started.
There's always a time limit, bro. We can't just sit here and just pander and waste time. You know?
Hey, hold on.
You got 2 minutes.
Somebody play the Jeopardy music.
Yeah, we know he's not going to give it.
I mean, I don't know why it's so difficult. If you play games on both platforms, why haven't you given me your PlayStation username so I can see what games you're playing on PlayStation 4 or 5? It's very easy.
Bro, just give it up. Give it up and just God damn it. Just show your stuff and stop beating around the bush, bro. What is so hard in giving your PSN? No one cares about. No one's gonna add you from the chat. No one's gonna add you from the chat, bro.
No one cares what your gamer score is. No one cares about your platinum. Just get your shit, man.
Let me show you how easy this shit is. So my boy Let's Geek Out just said, my name is Let's Geek Out, right? So I search his name. I see he's playing games. I add him. It's done. It's easy. It's easy.
That's all that's shown.
You got 1 minute. I've been the nicest of guests. I've asked you over fucking 20 times. I've been very patient. I've answered your questions. I'm not bad. But you are just literally, you can't do a simple thing. This is what I told y'all, bro. A personal story. I never knew what the Xbox One interface looked like until the end of the generation because the Xbox community was so afraid to let us see the games they play on their UI. So they never shared any images. So now he's going to come here, try to bash me.
No one's trying to be your friend.
Your time is up. You wasted enough of my time. It is 4:44. I wanted to wait until that little pattern, that 4:44. Now you can go fuck off. Let's continue. Bro, it really is not that hard, bro. It's really not that hard. It's really, really not that hard. My boy Let's Geek Out just fucking added me back. It's not that fucking hard, bro. Fuck out of here. It's not that fucking hard. It's not that hard, bro. Nobody can tell me it's that fucking hard. Bro, this is the same excuse we got yesterday when the dude did the same thing. He did the same thing. Bro, this is not your traditional podcast. That's why we're dressing it up as a podcast. Because it's centered around gaming. To the point that the Elgato is hooked up to the TV, which is hooked up to the system that is always on when we go live. That means when I get motherfuckers like this, I will always check your shit live. Do not come to my channel and say I own all platforms, because I will check you. I will check you right there. I will cancel everybody out and we will check your shit. Don't do it. Fuck, bro. It's so fucking easy. What is so fucking hard about checking your fucking trophies? You claim to have both platforms. Like, come on, man. The biggest lie in all of gaming is a random motherfucker getting on the internet telling you, I own all platforms. I have all platforms. I have both. Come on, bro. That's not a fucking answer. Especially when it's a fucking lie and you get checked on it. I don't want to give out my personal information. What do you need to know? Come on, man. Just come on, man. Y'all on some. Y'all just don't even know, though. I guess because some other people that run podcasts, they don't have their system set up to the console, so they're not gonna be able to switch between. But
who is this? Someone Filthy Gears, I think someone just put out of, I don't know if that's a PSN or an Xbox. I think that's his PSN. I think he's saying that he has both platforms, and he's giving up both IDs.
So one of your accounts.
I guess the PlayStation one is filled.
So we got Flashbang 161, got PlayStation Plus, got the wings on his bronze. I like seeing the wings on your bronze. Getting a silver is fucking hard. I know I got a silver. I've been on PlayStation for a long time getting trophies. So when you have your wings on your bronze, it lets me know that you're like right around the corner from getting a silver. I think you gotta be like 300. Like I think you gotta be like
almost 300. Yeah, pretty much. I'm almost there though. I'm 295. Almost at freaking.
So we seeing Flashbang. We're scrolling down his trophies. He plays his games. He got a platinum on Ratchet and Clank. That's good. We're done. That easy. Adding him.
It's not complicated.
Easy.
It's not complicated.
It's that easy, bro. He and by the way, big shout out to Flashbang 161. He has a accolade. Not a lot of people get a lot of those. So that means you played online and somebody thought your performance was good. So again, it's very, very easy. It's the easiest fucking thing you can do.
Bro, it's just gaming, bro. All it is just you gaming, bro. Like, I don't know what's so hard. It's like they try to make it seem as if they got both, so that you can't call them a fanboy or something like that.
No. That is. They believe that if they say they have both systems, all platforms, all consoles, or whatever, that the debate, the argument will cease, and then they will win. But they're not expecting any of us, not just me. Please don't think that I'm the only person that needs to do this. There's a lot of other motherfuckers that own a PlayStation. If you see someone doing that, ask for their fucking ID. If they're arguing with you specifically, ask for their ID. And you will see what they do. Outlaw. Let me get you added. You see how easy this shit is? It's really, really easy. It's so fucking easy. People are putting their PSN names and there's no private information in there. Why would I give you my information? Come on, bro. Come on, man.
PSN is not meant to be private, retards. A PSN is not meant to be private. That's why you're able to give it to other people. It's not a private thing. Like that's what's funny about this. Your Xbox Live, your PSN is not a private thing. That's how you're able to give it to other people, so you can add them on your friends list.
Outlaw.
It's not a private thing.
Outlaw 2120. I'm not seeing your name. Oh, okay. Your PSN name is Jedi.
It's Jedi 2120.
2120. Okay, Jedi 2120. There you go. You got your silver.
There you go.
Yeah, it's 300. When you get to level 300, you get silver.
Everyone's starting to give out PSN
because
now.
it's easy, bro. That's why they doing it, because it's so fucking easy. And I don't have a problem adding anybody. It's that fucking easy. But we gonna have some fake ass motherfucker come in here and say, hey, I own all platforms. You can't get me. And then I'm gonna say, oh, okay, let me add you. And that's when they were like, oh, what? I don't want to give you my personal information. It's so sensitive. Like, come on, man. Who puts their real name in their PSN ID? Who puts their social security in their PSN ID? The birth date, the full birth date. Like, come on, man. Nobody does that shit. Is this who? What up, bro? TYNAMIICX. Hey, bro, I'm searching, but I don't see anybody. Yeah, I don't see. The dude that gave me this PSN name, your shit's not popping up.
Well, who, SIE?
No, the
dynamic.
Yeah, not seeing it.
I_dynamic X.
Yep, I'm seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
Oh,
I'm gonna add SIE until the other dude get his stuff right. There's no spaces on the PSN. I can't search you if you have a space. Let me see. SIE said sport.
Oh, 341 Well, yeah, 41-1.
Got you. Got a picture of Astrobot. Look how easy this shit is. Everybody got bronze with wings, which is a good thing. You having bronze is not a bad thing unless you have a bronze.
Well, he says dynamic X, not dynamic X.
Okay, we'll search it. That was your fault, not mine. Okay. Let me go search it again. Dynamic CX. Why do I think you're very, very fucking familiar? I think I ran into you before, man. And there's a lot of accounts with that same spelling. Why is it spelled that way? Do I know you? Because I remember this account, and I remember the troll that was attached to this account, because I remember the profile picture never changed and they kept trying to add me. I hope you're not who I think you are. No, you are. Yeah, you are.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah, he's an old troll. Yeah, bro. You're describing something that's not true. You're telling me you have that. Something's not right here.
He said he has Gerald of Rivia as his profile picture.
I know, but okay. Let me see. Because I know this person. Yeah, I know you, man. I remember you. Remember, I'm not stupid, okay? I have a very good memory, especially when I've had run-ins with you multiple times, and most of your fucking accounts pop right up. Yep. So this dude has been trying to troll me multiple times. He's a very toxic individual. That's why there's so many accounts with his name, because these are all his accounts. He hops on different accounts and plays a game, gets a trophy, try to make it look like it's a real account, but it's not. Let me expose this person since we're live. So, I remember this one because he had an anime picture, and then I remember this one. These are all like basic, what's the names? He did the same thing basically. If you see one thing is connected, is the game that he played, which is Black Ops 3. He played Black Ops 3 on this account, and that's where he got the only one trophy. He played Black Ops 3 on this account. He got 2 trophies. Then he didn't play anything on here because the shit was private. Yeah, this dude, I don't understand why he does it though. Like I said, I knew something was up, bro. I knew something was up. You know, see,
That's why you couldn't remember.
This isn't the same. This isn't the same guy, by the way. But these accounts up here all belong to the dude right here.
That's why you couldn't remember. That's why you couldn't remember.
Yo, I'm back, nigga.
You took forever. What's up, man?
I was at work. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so remember what you responded to me on Twitter? I think yesterday, where you said, "I hope you're ready to talk about it." And I heard you make a mention of the 13 to 18 billion. That the analyst was saying.
Wait, Spartan. Remember what you're about to say. This dude, I'm not lying to y'all. This dude legit has multiple accounts with the same fucking name.
Who?
This dude that tried to get me to add him. He plays on multiple accounts, probably like 20 accounts. And the one thing that all of them have is Black Ops 3. And I think that he thinks I'm stupid and I didn't recognize the spelling. But yeah, bro, this dude is wild, bro.
You know, people are weird, bro.
For real, like just some wild shit. I know I remember this one. Yep, I remember this one. I think this is one of his main accounts. Yeah, bro, this dude was wild, bro. Yeah, if you see this dude around, don't add him, bro. If you see this motherfucker come back with the spelling of I and a D like that, don't add him and block him on sight. Block that motherfucker on sight. That's an order from myself, bro. No dictator shit. Because we don't got no time for fucking around, bro. Okay, Spartan. Let's get started.
Okay, so that number you heard, that's absolutely correct. And that's an old number. Like, that shit is an old budget, like 13 to 18 billion. Like, when you heard Sony has 18 billion in the war chest, right? Remember when you was hearing that shit from last year?
Yeah.
Now you got somebody saying it. That's true. Because 13 is an operating income of what they want to spend, the minimum. Sony has beyond 18 and the next coming years, like from 20, I think, 23 and going forward, 24, shit like that. They have a lot of fucking money. I remember I told you, I don't have to buy always in cash. I can buy it through stock value. So basically, if you buy people's shares, you have ownership of part of their company, right? So like, if Sony do that investment in Kodakawa, right, instead of outright buying them, they own part of them. Just like they own part of Epic Games. Microsoft does as well. And Tencent owns the majority. So Sony has a lot of fucking money. That rumor you heard, that's not a rumor. That's true. Because if you look at the operating income, Sony is worth 132 billion. They were just worth 118 literally 7 months ago. And the cash on hand they have is usually like a seventh of your whole company. They have more than that. Because remember, Sony has a lot of money in Japan, like in the bank, the Sony bank. They have a lot of Sony shares too. Nintendo shit. And yeah, me that. Yeah, so when it comes to Sony, they have a lot of fucking money. A lot of fucking money, bro. And to spend, I heard y'all mentioned Square Enix and all that. I don't even gotta do all of that. That's the worst part about it. Think about publishers, like you said how Microsoft got fucking ZeniMax. Sony could do that. If they wanted to buy the whole Square Enix, because Square Enix is a publisher, not just developer. They are a publisher. Bandai Namco is a publisher. Ubisoft is a publisher. So when y'all see people say Sony can't buy publishers, sure they can. They can buy 18 people right now, and it won't even be half of 13 billion. That's how big it is. But when I was telling y'all earlier, about how Sony don't even gotta buy the company, they get it own the trademarks. That's what Sony is going to do: own the trademarks to a lot of shit in the IPs. That way, the studios basically have to bow to Sony because they have control of all their properties, like Insomniac did.
WQXW, awesome.
Believe the hype, because I'm gonna tell y'all, Sony about to do some shit in gaming. You know, they're going to monopolize the console space, and they should. And by monopolize, I mean the avenues in which revenue is generated. They're going to monopolize that. And Microsoft started it. Now they won in the war. Sony told you, it's not an arms race in studios. The arms race is in how much revenue, how many areas you can generate it. Microsoft should have never bought the Havoc engine. That's because that's what started it. The Havoc engine. Then Minecraft, then LinkedIn. Those are all moves they made. Now Sony made the Decima engine even more better. So they don't need the Havoc engine no more. Well, that's all I have to say.
Okay, man. True, what do you guys say? Anything, man? I'm on a phone call.
No, just hit that like button, man. No, but I ain't got nothing to say right now.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, you done?
No. I was on a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah, my sisters want to do something for my birthday, so
I
probably won't go live tomorrow because I got to be in DC at 3 to go to the Cheesecake Factory with them. So something will be posted tomorrow. Something to be posted. It'll probably be a Gran Turismo video straight from the PS5. So it'll be something. I find something to post tomorrow. I probably do like capture the Gran Turismo graphics, of them giving me the car for my birthday, and then add it into to that spaces that I was a part of. So yeah, I get something for y'all. I do it big.
Well, y'all didn't get to join y'all spaces because I was mandated the last 2 days. It's the first time I'm going home since Thursday.
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw something on Twitter about them saying that like there was some nurse that had posted a picture saying that at a certain point in time, like right before Thanksgiving to January 2nd, that nobody can request leave. So I guess they expecting that the pandemic to ramp up a little bit because of the holidays. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go out tomorrow. I'm gonna try to celebrate my birthday. They want to do something tomorrow because we ain't gonna wait all the way to the end of the month. We supposed to be going to Busch Gardens, so we'll see what's going down. We gonna do it up. We gonna do it up tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna go. I might possibly go get my hair cut too, because I was trying to hold off, but I might go leave out early, go get my hair cut. Look good, put my good shoes on, everything like that. I do something. Gotta look good tomorrow. It's my birthday. Okay, let's get back to it. Spartan, thanks for taking over. But yeah, I think with that money, I'm just looking at the amount and how Sony has been spending, especially one of their highest profile acquisitions, which was a few years ago with Insomniac, and only spending $250 million. So $13 million in the hands of PlayStation, that's a lot of fucking money.
That's 18. The minimum is a return.
Okay, let's say 18, but let's just say 13 so people can be happy, because you know how people are. They're not gonna think that they got 18. Let's say 13. We know we mean 18, but that's still, between those two numbers, that's a lot. They can achieve a lot. Like Because they've been getting a lot of shit cheap. You know, I don't feel like they've been spending like billions of dollars for the acquisitions they've been getting. I don't feel like that.
Hey, Jay. Notice the last technically acquisition Sony got was the stake in Epic Games. Technically, when it comes to gaming, right, that was $450 million. Now, if Sony was able to buy Insomniac, right, even though Spider-Man made them like over three times what they bought Insomniac for, if they was able to buy them for $229 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Insomniac was able to develop this many games and make back over that amount, really over $1 billion technically in revenue. For profit is like $760. If they was able to do that and make their money back already, when Sony spends billions, honestly, and they don't need to, if they do buy a publisher, right? What you think gonna happen? Because you know Rockstar is worth, Take-Two literally is worth $22 billion. So Sony's amount they said in the years coming will be $24 billion. You do know they're gonna make more money over these times, right?
Exactly.
Think about them.
And like you said earlier, they're gonna make more money over the next couple years, and their money that they're gonna have on hand for acquisitions is gonna get bigger. Like, but again, their acquisitions are so impactful, so strategic. I feel like nothing was really impactful for Xbox until Bethesda. They had acquired all those other ones, and I don't feel like there was an impact behind it.
That's right. Because they haven't did anything. Bethesda has a history already.
Exactly.
Xbox just bought the history. That's it. Now the problem is, Insomniac has not only been with Sony for literally years. They all got a relationship. Like I told y'all, you see, the lead engineer of the PS5 is Mark Cerny, right? Mark Cerny and Ted Price are thick as thieves. When I tell you, Mark Cerny has been around Insomniac and Naughty Dog for years, to the point when they used to work in the same building. That's what you got to remember. Sony has given these people money to the point that when they spend that little amount, you may think that's a little bit. If you know how much money Sony has put into Insomniac over generations, is literally well over $2 billion. I mean, $1 billion. So literally, when you give somebody a dev kit and access to your X team, like they did Naughty Dog and Insomniac, that costs money because R&D is more expensive.
Save what you're saying. Just remember what you're about to say. Let me give a big shout out. I don't know where my boy is, but I know he out here doing things. Adam Moore. Big shout out to Adam Moore. Out here playing his games. Platinuming these fucking games. For real. Like it ain't nothing. Battlefield 5. Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Destiny 2. Marvel's Avengers. Battlefield 4. The Last of Us Part 2. Horizon Zero Dawn. Resident Evil Village. Like, the dude's just out Ratchet and Clank 2016. Like, the dude's out here doing Doom Eternal, which is a very, very, very difficult plot. Very difficult. Like, come on, bro.
That is difficult. You just need patience.
Look at this shit. This dude just getting them. That's what you do, bro. That's what you do. That right there. That's big respect right there. Adam Moore, everybody. Adam motherfucking Moore. Getting them damn trophies. Look at this shit. Damn, man.
Honestly.
Getting them damn trophies, man. Almost at 100 platinums. God damn. I know, right? 97 platinums. Shit, I'm only at fucking 61. I think I might be. I might be at 64 by the end of the year if I play my cards right. That will be Ender Lilies, Death Stranding, and Returnal. But I gotta get chopping away on finishing up Ender Lilies, go back to Death Stranding, and then just run around on fucking Returnal and hope for the best. And that should put me at 64 platinums by the end of the year. Damn, bro. Gamers, man. I scroll down my fucking list, I see fucking gamers. That's what I see. Playing games.
You're supposed to.
That's what you're supposed to be looking like, bro. That's how it's supposed to be. I love it, man. And then even when me and Spartan and True Witty get on Twitter, we see this on our timeline. We seeing Jabari post gameplay. We seeing screenshots from trophies from Sick Humor and everybody else in our community. We scrolling down on Twitter and we seeing gameplay screenshots from the PlayStation community. That's just how it is. Nobody afraid to post anything related to gaming. Not on our side. Damn, bro. I love seeing that shit.
Cameras, bro.
Well, y'all know it's that time. I'm going to head on over to the internet and see if the UK sales chart is posted up. Because we have a sales split to talk about, if it is. We did talk about Dbrand's getting sued by Sony. So
they deserve that shit.
What's your thoughts on that, Spartan? Because Guapzilla was saying that it's definitely going to be a all black PS5 coming out soon.
Yes, why?
They deserve it.
There you go.
You say they don't?
No. They deserve it for the with the brashness about. Go ahead.
That tease and shit. They deserve that.
They
asked for it though, man.
Like regular, everybody trying to make their money, but they legit tell you this is for your PS5, and they give credit to Sony. But the thing is, that even though it is like a skull, it looks like it.
The reason I say they deserve it is not because it's not for the fact that I'm saying they don't deserve to make their money. But what I'm saying is that they went out there and told Sony, "Go ahead, I dare you to sue us." I'm like, it's not even your shit. How you gonna dare them to sue you? I'm like, yo, okay. And guess what? Now they sued them. What you gonna do now?
So we don't seem to have anything on Game Industry's the sales report. So I will say I cover that news on Tuesday. Again, tomorrow I'm gonna be busy, but a video will be posted either tonight or tomorrow morning before I leave the house. No. I render and prepare everything. It will go up tomorrow, so it'll premiere tomorrow. But I'm gonna get everything ready tonight. What I will talk about on GameIndustry.biz, because even though it's more of I feel like it's more of a UK based website. They did talk about the Japan sales for the Xbox Series X and S reaching 100,000 units in Japan, which, if you really want to be honest, I saw Benji Sales on Twitter talking about it, and I understand he's supposed to be a person that doesn't do console wars and supposed to give out numbers, but 100,000 units of 2 different platforms in Japan is actually bad. If there was 100,000 units of Xbox Series X and S, which would make it 200,000 units, that would be something nice to look at. But we're talking about 100,000 units of 2 platforms, which is fucked up. So no, they're not doing anything. Yes, they're still lower than the PSP. They're lower than the PS Vita. They're lower than everything. But people are still trying to brag about it. PlayStation sells 100,000 copies fucking weekly in Japan. 100,000 copies from the time that Xbox came out last year is nothing to smile at. That is bad. 100,000 copies in Japan from last November to now October is nothing to smile about. And I don't understand how anybody in the games industry or covers the games industry news thinks that this is good for Xbox. Again, this is not 1 million. It's 100,000 copies. In perspective, Horizon Zero Dawn sold 700,000 copies on Steam in a whole month. Xbox Series X and S sells 100,000 copies in Japan in almost a year. So it's not good.
Oh no, it is very sad. That's a fact.
Like I know that I had put this somewhere in our topics, but I'm glad I came over to games industry so we could cover this. And again, it's not in the red alerts, but it will be. It's not in the chat, but don't worry, it will be. So I'm posting it in the chat right now. You guys can go look at it. And then I'm going to be posting it in the red alerts because it really is important. I want to read some portions of this article. It's really like they don't want to say Xbox is dead, so they want to keep like propping it up. But that is bad, bro. So this is what they say. It took the Xbox One 4 years to reach the same milestone in that country. If you're comparing the new system to the worst system, you already know this system is fucked up. Why not compare it to the 360? Oh, yeah, because this system would look like shit compared to that. Come on, man. Fucking idiot, man.
It doesn't anyway?
It does, but they're not saying it. The media won't verify that. They won't confirm that. Only people like me and Yuga say that. Me and Yuga tell the truth, but they won't tell the truth. They up here clapping their hands. 100,000 copies in a year in Japan.
That's nothing to be happy about.
That ain't nothing to be happy about, bro. And this lady made a whole full ass article about that shit. So this is what she says. PlayStation is still far ahead in Japan, with the PS5 having cumulative sales reaching 1.1 million units since launch in the country across both the digital and the standard models. So PlayStation sitting at over 1.1 million. Xbox just got to 100,000. They've been out the same time frame. So why make an article comparing it to the Xbox One instead of making an article comparing it to the PlayStation 5, which is its real competition? Oh, because you don't want to do that. You don't want to make them look bad.
Yeah, like why would you want them to look bad? Because ain't nobody gonna click the article. This is bait.
Exactly. That's all this shit is. Damn, bro. Everybody doing it though. Everybody, they trying their hardest. They all doing that. So here it is. These are the individual numbers we got. So, and this is why it sounds even bad. And again, big shout outs to Game Industry. And I don't know her name, but her name is Murray or whatever. So this is what it is. The Xbox Series S has sold 38,307,000 copies in Japan since launch. The Xbox Series X has sold 64,284,000 copies in Japan. So they are over 100,000 copies in Japan in under a year. So that's 102,000 copies in Japan. Units in Japan that they sold for the Xbox Series X and S. So the Xbox Series X, let's go over that, 14,000. Xbox Series S, 38,000. But all the articles had to say is the Xbox Series X is sitting at 64,000. But what they did to make Xbox look better, they combined digital and physical sales. Even though the article itself split the sales apart, letting you know the true number. That one or the other could not achieve 100,000 in a year. This is the fuck shit. And as long as the media continues to like try to punch them with a pillow instead of a fucking boxing glove, they're going to think they're always winning. And they're going to think there's nothing wrong. So an article basically lied. Because both of them apart have not reached that number. That would have been a real big story if the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S got 100,000 copies by themselves, and then as one, they got 200,000 in less than a year. That would have been a bigger story, but that's not going to happen
because they accepted that check.
Exactly, and we know the sales are going to drop off. Because when you got Forspoken and Final Fantasy, and man, it's just, yeah, you there it is, man. Just on the fuck shit. Nobody can be honest. They have to trick you. That's just what it's all about. They don't want to be honest anymore. They have to trick you. They have to say this happened, even though that's not the full story. Again, big shout out to her for having the full story after you clicked on that title. But comparing any Xbox to the Xbox One is probably the dumbest thing you can do. Because we know it's the worst selling Xbox. And we know it's the worst received Xbox. Goodness. Goodness, that's some crazy ass shit. So does anybody know what the sales of the Xbox are, since people want to talk about how they doing in Japan? Anybody know? True Witty?
Oh no, they're doing poorly in Japan. You know, yeah, Japan.
So you don't know, like, no, I'm talking about like the total units of worldwide. Like,
oh no, the total unit.
Of what, Xbox?
Yeah.
They didn't hit 10 million, bro. That's
I know that, yeah. I know that. I think the last time we might have heard something was probably 7. But that wasn't verified. I saw that online, but it wasn't verified.
I don't believe that. So they had shortages just like PlayStation, but they had them shits on shelves. So I don't know, man. That was 7 because they would have confirmed that. That's 7 to 10. Is not
I doubt they hit 1 million. I doubt they even hit 1 million. Heck, I doubt they even hit 500,000 consoles in Japan.
Of course not. Of course not. Why would you respect them? What do they got for the Xbox? Yo, even they control everything. The design, bro. They don't design for Japan no more, bro. Like how they did the Duke in Japan, made the Duke S, the smaller shit. They just design the shit universal, bro, and just be like, oh well, if you don't like it, you don't like it.
It's funny. It's funny because they do have a Japanese studio under them.
Which one?
From the Bethesda purchase. It's Tango Gameworks.
Oh yeah. Right. But
that's their only Japanese studio, but that's not. I don't think even them isn't enough to penetrate freaking Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing they really got going for them is that they're getting leftovers. Like, you know, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, they're finally reaching the Xbox, so there's some sort of interest, but not main focus. Nintendo, Sony are always going to be the main focus of Japan because they have games here and now that you can play that are not going to Xbox. There's tons of Japanese RPGs that I probably don't even know the name of that will never see the light of day on Xbox in Japan, United States, or even in the European areas. So, again, they have to fix that thing. I know publicly they're trying to make it seem like they are fixing it, but they're not fixing it. What you're doing is contracting with American-based Japanese developers, right? Japanese developers that have switched kind of away from Japanese cultures, and their games are more Americanized. Those are the ones you're making, you know, you're reaching out to Square, you're reaching out to Namco Bandai, you're reaching out to Capcom, you're reaching out to Sega. Like, you ain't reaching out to the other ones because you know they're not going to talk to you. So again, it's a very smart way of saying, hey, we're going over to Japan to get you some games that have their base in the United States anyway. So you really not doing shit. Again, bro, it's a lot of sneaky shit going on. And that's one of the sneakiest shit that I've been seeing over the last couple of years. Spartan knows. What Phil Spencer say? I'm going to make a trip to Japan, right?
Yep.
And then they bring us what? Dragon Ball Z? Well, the first time I saw Dragon Ball Z was in the 90s on fucking Cartoon Network. So come on, bro. You ain't bringing shit to the United States that wasn't already in the United States. I played Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube in the United States in the early 2000s. You're not doing anything.
Bro, they can't bring you any. Yo, here's the thing. Only thing they're doing is going to Japan. They're talking to the people, like he just said, Square, Sega. All of them got U.S. brands, like Konami. When they got the Metal Gear Survive thing after Kojima, like, bro, that shit was awful as a zombie game. They got that because Konami, even though in Japan, they got a base in fucking America for gambling and all that. They, like, when you got an American branch, bro, it's not like you all the way in Japan and you don't get something that's never here. Like Sony, they penetrating fucking the Korean market, the Chinese market, and they getting things from China. Nigga, you can't do that. And that's where Microsoft should have went. Korea, because I told you.
Oh yeah, like Project Eve and Lost Suicide, they won't get shit like that.
Bro, here's the thing.
You're right. No. You're right though. Go ahead. No, what I was saying is that you're right though, Spawn. They should have gone instead of trying to get into Japan so heavily. They should have gone to where they're strong at, and that's Korea.
Microsoft was actually strong in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, bro, xCloud did the best in Korea. That's the ironic thing. Last year, did the best in Korea. And, the funny thing is, when it comes to Microsoft, remember, Microsoft, the company, has a stronghold in government shit. So, like, security-wise, so the army and all that military, they deal with it. Because remember, the South Korean army is trained by the U.S., U.S. branch. So you have a connection in every way. Just like when they was doing TV shit with the Xbox One. You know how much fucking connection they got in that shit with AT&T, Time Warner, and all that? Like, bro, like, they have so many options that they didn't do, and it was dumb enough to not do it. So if they talk about they gonna have a good stronghold on the Japanese market, you never did. You had no connection with Japan.
Exactly.
Microsoft never had that.
Listen, look, the only time they could even say they had a connection was when they cheated. Hear me out. Fuck Xbox and fuck anybody that say they didn't cheat. When you cheated and you started the generation a year before the competition, that's the only time you had Japanese support because they couldn't go anywhere else.
No, when they was designing this chip for Sony, the CPU-wise, and Microsoft stole that shit, and then they stole the prints and all that shit because they were spying on Sony, and then they started developing this shit. Sony had to change their whole shit and delay the console.
So that's why.
With Toshiba, IBM, and all of that. Yeah, I remember. Because that's as well documented. Microsoft literally stole their CPU.
But you know what's funny though? Everybody say Xbox is a fucking angel. Fuck out of here, bro. They took that technology from the doctor that made the Kinect. It was a doctor in India that made the Kinect technology, and they took it from him.
They bought it.
They brought it, but still, they turned it into Kinect and made it seem like it came from the R&D. But it didn't come from their R&D. They purchased that shit.
Here's what happened.
But that's what they do. Everything they own. Listen, the Windows isn't theirs. Windows was not there.
Right, they stole it. Microsoft DOS was not Microsoft, aka Microsoft DOS, because they bought it. And now the funny thing, that India thing is how they got Satya Nadella. They stole him from another company. He was doing a company where there was television and shit. He was a technician at a college in India, in Massachusetts. He came over here. That's how they got Satya Nadella to be the head of Microsoft, because they penetrated the Indian market. So what they did was they went over there because they was already doing investments. Everybody's trying to crack India right now, even Sony, because it's rich and a lot of money. They stole the idea.
Okay, yeah. So Outlaw, yeah. From what I heard, PlayStation 5 is currently in like 11 million or more. Xbox last time we heard was 7 million. But I believe that PlayStation gonna break away over the next 6 months because they're finding a way to really get these systems in their hands. And we're not talking about just, it's going to a scalper. People want these systems, and the people picking them up are picking up games. When it comes to Xbox, people are getting the systems. There's not a lot of Xboxes going to scalpers because scalpers know it's no value. But the console gamers that get the Xbox, they're not buying games, so you're making less money off of your hardware purchase versus PlayStation, which is making more money.
Can I ask you something, Jay? Did you hear that rumor about that plant Sony is trying to do with TSMC?
Yeah.
Is that the one from Apple?
No. Yeah, that's the one who did the semiconductors and chips, right?
Yeah. I heard about that one.
The government's helping them, right?
Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. I heard about that part, which would make it much easier and faster to get these systems out.
But here's the thing. Mm-hmm. That would be also for the Xbox Series X. That actually will help them as well. Because AMD primarily uses them. Apple used them, but sometimes they couldn't. But here's the thing. I find it funny how right after they was talking about most of the Japanese government footing the bill, the 6.5 billion US that they claim Japan is broke. But the Japanese government is paying most of that shit. Sony could pay that shit. It had the majority ownership in it. Isn't it funny that as soon as you heard 6.5 billion, the very next week you heard this shit about Sony having 13 to 18 billion dollars on hand? Isn't it weird? But I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's an investment right there from Sony that costs money. You might think the Japanese government is going to do that, but Sony will have to, just like Blu-ray, they're going to have a hand in those chips being made, the semiconductors, and so will Microsoft. Just so y'all know, that's the partnership. Microsoft will have a hand in it as well, but Sony would be a majority player because Taiwan is trying to break away from China, so I got to be careful with that as well. So yeah, this is going to get the things out faster. But Jay, one thing I also want to say to you is, I should have took that bet against you by being 20 million by the end of this year. I would have won that bet. You know that, right?
I wanted you to fucking win. What, you think it's gonna do 20 million? I think they on pace.
No, because last year they said they was trying to reach 17 by March, and I'm like, they definitely can. They produce a lot of shit because a lot of people buy shit over the holidays.
And that's what I was wondering. Are they stockpiling a lot of systems to release during the holidays?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was wondering. Because, a lot of people are getting the systems now. But I definitely believe they got a big stockpile that they can release out.
They're getting them in stores. And I'm like, I didn't expect them to do it.
Shit about to be crazy now.
But Jay, look who they're releasing it to. Walmart and Best Buy.
Oh yeah.
If you know, though they didn't say to Target, to GameStop, they chose Walmart, which I told you that they're not doing it for GameStop. You know why?
Why?
Because GameStop partnered up with which company?
Oh, Xbox, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why.
That shit hurt them now, huh? And you partnered up with a digital only system that doesn't even need games anymore because it's got Game Pass. That shit's fucking hilarious.
It's not even that. There's gonna be complete bias to selling your console when it comes to games.
Sony pays attention to everything Microsoft announced, and they react in that way. It's not like a direct response, but they do pettiness. Like when Xbox went after Konami with the Metal Gear Survive, what did Sony do? Sony stopped dealing with Konami, and then Konami was like, "Wait a minute. What the fuck? Like, what's going?" And funny, one of the Konami people that left Konami after Metal Gear Survive, guess what studio he went to? Sony Santa Monica. And then he left from that after 8 months, and he went to work on Resident Evil, the remaster for Resident Evil 2. I mean, the remake, Resident Evil 3, and Resident Evil Village. So Konami has lost staff. So I'm gonna tell you, when Sony sees these type of partnerships like that Surface shit with GameStop, they're gonna stop giving you their product because they know you don't want to sell it. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to withhold their shit. So now you lose money and Sony makes money because Walmart is their official partner since 2016. So Sony got a lot of systems that they haven't given yet. That's why they're giving bits and drops. That's what you do. You tease people. And then all of a sudden, just like they did with PS4. PS4 was having shortages in 2014. Xbox won the holiday season. Bits and pieces. Then all of a sudden, everybody was able to get a PS4 in 2015. That's how it's going to go. Sony's going to do that shit on purpose. They're going to pull out Nintendo. And I know they are. If you don't believe me, just ask Dark Cloud. Y'all know Dark Cloud. He worked for Sony. So yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to withhold the systems that they know y'all want. Because all the time, like when they make these posts and y'all be like, we want a PS5. They know that. They just want to know how bad do you want the shit.
So what do you think they're going to do when they release the system out into the wild? We already got Astrobot that'll come with every system, right? Yeah, Spider-Man is going to be there. Oh my fucking God, I know what they're going to do.
Honestly.
I know what they're going to do, bro. Console bundles. Like official ones. Official ones. Because the games are already out. The games are already out. Returnal's already out. Ratchet and Clank's already out. Demon Souls is out. Spider-Man. They're going to do console bundles. Oh my God, that's what they're going to do.
You know what else they're going to do? You know what else they're going to do? Not just those. Y'all missed it. Bless you. You missed it.
Yeah.
With the PS5 launch, if you got PlayStation Plus, what else did you get?
PlayStation.
Oh, the collection.
The PlayStation Plus collection? PlayStation Now?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus collection. Okay. That's what they're going to do. Because, bro, they're going to tell you to get Plus. Or they can bundle Plus for a month or 3 months. If they do that, and you get all them games, you think people are not going to renew their subscription, my nigga? Look how cheap Plus is everywhere. Like, Plus literally is the top selling card literally every fucking day. Really, if you think about it, the top selling controller in the world is what? The DualShock 4. The top selling card of all time, you would think it's the 360. No, the PlayStation Plus card. The store, the $10 one is the most sold card of all time. Not them Steam cards, not the fucking Apple Store cards that you think, like for the Google Play Store, the App Store. No, the PlayStation Plus card is the most sold card of all time. If you don't believe it,
true. Right now. If we go to Amazon bestsellers, and we got to go check that out to see
Amazon.
If Nintendo is still fucking just shitting on everybody. But yeah, man.
They are. That's
I bet they are, but I'm going to go check. Let me go see this.
Yeah, they're going to make console bundles.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a prediction from my boy Spartan. What's your prediction for Back 4 Blood and Far Cry 6 for the UK sales chart? What, like, you think it would be 70% for PlayStation or like 80%?
I already saw Next Gen 720. I know you don't like me to mention people on your screen.
No, it's cool. He's cool.
But I'm going to just quote this. He put in his title a couple of days ago, 90% of Far Cry 6 sales was on PS5, right?
Uh-huh.
On PlayStation. I'm not surprised because that's Far Cry 6. And a lot of people actually wanted a Far Cry game recently because, Rainbow Six been Ubisoft's bread and butter. But yeah, I believe that. But Back 4 Blood, actually, I could see it totaling around 75 to 79% because Xbox dudes are going to play the game. I think I have faith in them for that. It's not going to be huge sales, but some people are going to buy the game. Because it reminds them for Left 4 Dead. And remember, that's an Xbox game.
Yeah.
That's their series from Valve,
I see a lot of Game Pass
bro.
on Amazon bestsellers, but it's far down, bro.
No, they're going to buy the game.
No, I'm talking about the Amazon bestsellers, right? In the video game section. I see Game Pass subscriptions, but they are far, far down. I would have think Game Pass, the $14 one for 1 month is at the 33rd spot, and then the 3 month one is all the way down at the 36th spot. As much as they talk about it, I would expect I know. It's just like
think about it, Jay. Remember when he was getting it for $1? Remember people said I'm stuck for Game Pass for years. People really wasn't bullshitting.
Yeah, that's right.
You
I
could
think
get Game
Nintendo.
Pass for a year.
I think they fucked themselves over on those stupid ass deals, man.
What
And
you
you
say,
know they
Troy?
gotta do more of them this holiday.
I said a lot of these people are stuck until 2023. That's what.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of
Moose.
people.
Moose said that. Crack Gamer said that. Like a
Yeah,
lot of them said that
yeah.
they're
Moose
not.
said that. No,
Stuck
I'm gonna tell
until
you something.
2023
You see
on
how
that
we talking?
$1 deal.
You see how we talk about them
But
console bundles?
here's the thing. Here's the thing though, Spawn.
What's
Guess
up?
what Mooch actually said though? He
What?
said that even though he's stocked up until 2023, as soon as it drops off, he's not resubscribing until there are games on there.
Yeah,
He's
because
not
honestly,
resubscribing at all.
yeah, because Mooch,
He's only gonna subscribe when the game comes on the service, and then he's
bro,
gonna unsubscribe.
because as much shit as Mooch talks, bro, Mooch is one of them Xbox dudes. As much shit he talk, fanboy and shit, Mooch is just like Kid Smooth. Mooch would sit there on Game Pass, cat for the shit, get Game Pass, and still buy the fucking game and play it. I'm gonna give him his credit for that. He's not like Dilla and them. Like Dilla has, he don't even really use Game Pass as much. Them niggas buy games. That's the funny thing. Him, Coast Eastwood, like they don't get time. They don't really play the games as much because they always doing podcasts. But them niggas would cap for Game Pass, but don't care. They buy games. That's the funny thing. They just don't play them. That's the funny thing. That's why I never got about.
Then why the boy are you buying the game then?
Bro, they cap for Game Pass because it looks nice with the numbers. But them niggas buy games. Dealer, that nigga buy games on PC. That nigga buys games digital. That's why he's all digital. Colt Eastwood buys games. They just don't play them as much. Mooch he play games. Crack Gamer, he was buying games on Xbox, not finishing them because he used to play a lot of new games. I'll be honest with you. He used to play a lot of games, and he never used to finish them. So that was the thing about Crack Gamer. Because he was always on PlayStation. And then when PSVR came out, you saw Crack Gamer just totally switched.
Oh yeah. PSVR. He loves PlayStation VR.
Yeah, but I wanted to get JTech. You see what we talk about the console bundles, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something. In 2023, you're gonna see how much games Sony really has, bro. Y'all not gonna have your wallet is gonna belong to Sony. Because that
I know.
I'm telling you, the Insomniac shit is not the only thing.
What year you talking about? 2023?
2023 is you're gonna see Insomniac flourish, right? But here's the thing: you're gonna see games from a lot of companies. Like Square Enix have a lot more games, like 4 games right now. Rockstar has 3 games that they haven't announced yet, and that's not the trilogy. Rockstar have games that they're working on, and Activision have games they're working on. A lot of y'all don't know that. Activision has a lot of side pieces and a lot of in Blizzard that make games for consoles that you never know. And to the point when you said what's going to happen, when they start selling them in stores with the console bundles, you're going to see 2024 is going to be like PS4's 2017. Well, remember, when that year started, you had Neo, Nier, Resident Evil, what else? The remake that was coming. You had fucking Tomb Raider had just came out 2 years ago, but then Shadow of the Tomb Raider came out. Fucking The Division, Destiny 2 got like 5 expansions that year. Like, bro, you know how much fucking games Call of Duty World War II, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out the next year. You're going to see that pattern. Like the third year is going to be like, all right, the games get started. The fourth year, you're going to see every month is going to have a game. Just like 2017, every month is going to have a game. And I'm telling y'all, get prepared, save y'all money. Because I'm telling y'all, 2023, from May to fucking August, y'all going to be spending money. That summer, y'all going to be playing games. But 2024, January comes, February, March, April, y'all going to be in your house. Y'all going to go to work, come home, buy games, play games. That's what you're going to be doing. Your time is going to belong to PlayStation.
It already does.
No, I'm telling you, truly. I get it. You spend a lot of time on your console. But your time, like, you going to belong to PlayStation 5. That's really how it's going to be. Like, you going to see some shit. Because a lot of people, you say, old Sony games, you won't see them indie studios are going to turn big fucking time. Like Kenna. Kenna wasn't supposed to be what it was. That shit was supposed to be a PS3, PS4 game. Now it's out. that shit, like that game Erica.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
telling y'all.
did you notice that Rockstar finally took off what you call it off of the games list?
Yeah, I still have it, but yeah, I can't search. You don't see all you see is GTA 5 and its various.
No, I'm talking about that game that they owed Sony.
Yeah,
They finally took it off their list.
Yeah,
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 Agent.
on the website. Yeah, I know. 8 days ago, they had to because they can't do shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's abandoned IP, but yeah, y'all gonna see some games, man. But did y'all talk about the IO interactive shit with Xbox?
No, we didn't.
The rumor? Because honestly, I believe that rumor. I believe
What
that
rumor
shit.
is that?
There's a rumor that IO Interactive is working on the next game, and it just got greenlit by Microsoft. The way IO Interactive has been with Microsoft with Hitman recently, I believe that shit. Because when they split with Square Enix and they went full independent, they've been with Xbox 24/7. So I believe the rumor.
You think that could be a next acquisition?
Yes. Because Xbox been saying that shit for like the last 3 years. Honestly,
Yeah,
I
but
think IO might be.
doesn't Square Enix own Hitman?
No. IO Interactive own all the shit. That's why they bought themselves out. That's why they didn't have money, so Microsoft is there. That's what I'm saying. They've been with Xbox 24/7. So I believe that would be another acquisition. And that's good because they're good with role playing like Hitman and story games. That would be a good addition.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
What's up?
Satya said that their next acquisition is going to be bigger than Square Enix. I mean, bigger than Bethesda. That's not bigger than Bethesda.
I'm gonna tell you something. Bigger than Bethesda can mean many things. It could be the hype value. Here's the thing: Sega would be bigger than Bethesda because of the hype around it. It don't have to be price, and not have to be size. It could just mean the fucking name. Like for example, if Microsoft could have bought Apple, that would have been huge because that would mean Microsoft not only killed their competitor, which they did, they bought them. Sony could have bought fucking Apple back then. So it's like that. Like if they bought Sega, if they bought a CD Projekt Red wouldn't be that big of a deal. But like a From Software, because then they took a Japanese studio, like they were allowed permission. They took that from Sony, like things like that. So when he said bigger than Bethesda, he didn't elaborate. So I don't believe that. Because what does that mean?
I don't think they're gonna be picking up anybody bigger than Bethesda.
Yeah, like that price, bro. It's probably worth that much more than Bethesda, except if it's Take-Two, and Take-Two is not selling to you.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's not happening. Nah,
and other one's bigger than them. Ubisoft is not.
What's
bigger.
up, Trudy?
I want to ask you, and even Spartan as well. What do you think of the of Sony picking up the head of
the Apple game section? Yeah. Okay, look, that's good for them because
I wanted to see if you can get into.
They don't have structure when it comes to mobile games, so it's really good that they pick somebody up that knows how to do mobile games.
Pick them up. They stole the nigga, bro.
They stole whatever it is, but they now they have a sense of direction. They have somebody that can lead the charge in that section for what their vision is for mobile game.
Yeah. So what I'm saying,
because now you don't have to waste any of the time.
They're gonna have a division just for mobile games.
But they're
gonna have.
Yeah. This is gonna only be for mobile games.
No. What I mean is that do you think they're gonna start making games for some small teams specifically just for mobile games?
Yes.
They already have the team, but like Jay said, this is for structure to lead them teams.
Yeah.
Remember, Sony is putting high positions in every role. Engineers, network engineers, fucking R&D, like marketing managers, like they put a position in everywhere. This for structure.
Wasn't we just talking about Nadella and how like Microsoft got Nadella from somewhere else? That's what you got to do when you see somebody you want that can lead a section, bro. Do it. So yes, I do believe these games are going to be developed only for cell phones.
They are. That's what they said.
I don't see them developing it for anything else.
See, that's good. That's good. That right there, when you said developing a game solely for mobile, that's good. That's the way you do it. Yeah, go ahead.
Look, you see that game Fate that Sony has that makes fucking like $2 to $5 billion, bro. That shit is not
Yeah.
associated with PlayStation. That's mobile. Sony owns that fucking IP, and that shit makes fucking billions of dollars.
Oh yeah,
Billions.
they do
And-
own Fate IP, and on top of
that's
that, they
not even
own
part of it.
the anime
Hold on, the
streaming
Fate
services.
wait, they own the Fate IP?
Yep, they own that shit.
That's theirs.
That's
So
theirs,
that's
man.
hold on. So that's not on any other console?
No. It is
that's
on
another
other
thing,
consoles, but they own the IP, kind of like Spider-Man. They own the Spider-Man movie,
Yeah.
right? But the Spider-Man movie video games kept going multiplat. You see you see what I'm talking about? Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
They own Ghostbusters, right? But the Ghostbusters video games are multiplat. You can own something, and then it could be like on multiple platforms. It's really up to you if you want to pull those strings to say, okay, it's time for this shit to only be here. Kind of like Spider-Man.
I didn't know they owned the Fate IP though.
Yeah.
That's something.
They own that.
That's
They own
cool.
that.
Yeah,
So,
they
like,
own a lot of stuff, bro.
Six
If
years.
they wanted to make a Boondocks video game, they could make one and keep it only on PlayStation because they
And
own
Sony
Boondocks.
Their own Boondocks. That's crazy.
So
people don't.
yeah,
know that.
look, bro, it's more to
dope
Sony than
games.
PlayStation, and a lot of people on Xbox are not understanding that shit. Bro,
There's
what do you
a lot
think
of
they
shit,
they really think they get most of their money from game? Well, now they are, but they got other sections. They got movies, they got TVs, they got cameras, they got CD technology, bro. They got so many different
A
sections.
lot of, like, bro, gaming is the most media as they post platforms. Let me say that gaming is the lead. But being honest with you, when I be telling you a lot of games don't come back because Sony owns the rights to the music, I don't think you realize how much, like, bro, when you see, like, when people be like, link is in the description, right? Check the description of a lot of music and scroll down when it be like licensed to YouTube by. You'll see Sony, BMI, BMG, distribution, but bro, RCA Records, Epic Records, like, yo, if y'all knew how much shit Sony owns in this fucking world, y'all be like, damn, like, Sony owns as much shit as Microsoft owns patents, because Microsoft has the most patents in the world, right? Sony owns a lot of shit. Sony, like, a lot of dormant shit Sony owns. Like for example, Crystal LED, right? For TVs, that technology was developed by Sony. Literally, Sony made that shit. Not LG, not fucking Samsung. Sony made that format, and then they basically licensed it to everybody. Now everybody makes it. LCD, you had Crystal LED.
Hey,
basically
I wanna ask y'all. I wanna get some information on, and I think if I can draw this pattern, it will kind of support my argument against Game Pass. It's another movie that just came out, and if this movie was in fact day and date, then this means that we have a situation.
Who's Billy Hunter?
What is, huh?
I don't know. I'm just saying, who's Billy Hunter? Has he been?
I can't see the screen right now. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Let me see what we got. Blah 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 blah. Where to watch it? Okay, for right now, the only place you can watch it is the theater. Blah blah and blah. No, last opening is opening on theaters only. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so here we go. This is a movie that came out, and I guess it just fucking flopped. It's not related to it being on a streaming service, but I guess people wanted it to be, but people didn't know. And this kind of that's what's happening now, because there's so many movies on streaming service day and date, and then the ones that are not, like, you don't know if they are or they are, and it's like it's just one of those lost in translations. The movie made $4.8 million in its opening weekend, but the budget was $100 million. Movies can't even do what gaming is doing, because those tickets are so cheap. You know, it's like $14 for a ticket, $12, sometimes $20, depending on the type of movie you're seeing, 3D movie or 4X movie. But on a place like on consoles, you're paying $60 for a game, $70 for a game per person, and in a month you can make $100 million back. You know what I'm saying? You can make that shit back. or make at least more than a 4.8 million in a weekend. Well, damn, bro, that's bad. 4.8 million, but the budget was $100 million. Damn, bro, that sucks. I looked at this. I kept seeing this trailer, and I was like, nah, bro. The name of the movie, by the way, is The Last Duel. It's that medieval movie you probably been seeing trailers for.
Yeah.
It has Matt Damon and the dude that played Star Wars, Kylo Ren. Yeah. So like shit.
Yeah, but games have been doing a lot more than movies for a while now.
Yeah, for a while.
It's not surprising anymore. Like,
but they're definitely getting more expensive too, because like Sean Layton said, most games are over 100 million. Some of them, they might not make that money back, but they definitely doing better than when the movies flop. Like when a game flops, they still make a good amount of money. When a movie flops, that shit really flops, man. Like that right there is an example of a fucking straight flop. You didn't even make $10 million. You didn't even make $10 million off a $100 million investment. That's fucking horrible, bro. Wow. Wow, man. And this is, it might be the confusion of, do I stay home or do I go out? Is this movie good enough or is it not? If it's not, people are like, okay, well, we all make the decision to let this movie flop, and then we get to see it whenever we want, however we want, when they have to make a contract with one of these streaming services, where they make even less money compared to a ticket sale. And this is Game Pass. Nobody knows if your game is going to be on Game Pass or not. You might have marketing. Let's look at 3 games that have marketing with Xbox. See if you understand what I'm talking about. Spartan said that we got 90% of the sales for PlayStation on Far Cry 6. Well, that game was marketed for Xbox. We got 80+% on Scarlet Nexus. That game was marketed on Xbox. Battlefield is going to be the same place, and that's marketed on Xbox. Because they don't know which game is going to Game Pass or not. They expect that if a game is marketed, it's going to Game Pass, and when it doesn't, they don't buy it.
There you go, Jay. That's the point right there. They don't know which game is going to Game Pass, and if they when they want to play a game, they want to wait until to see if it goes to Game Pass or not. And even if it doesn't go to Game Pass, they're hoping eventually it will go to Game Pass. That's why they don't buy the games. All of them are hoping and waiting on a prayer.
Man, you can't make this shit up, bro. They've gone in the very, very bad territory. Like normally when a game is marketed for one platform, it'll drive engagement and interest. Yes, we know people are going to be excited about the game, but that excitement does turn into money. In the case of the Xbox community, that excitement is just for them to look like they have a W on the internet. But once that game actually comes out, the engagement isn't going to be there because most of them won't touch the game for some weird reason, even though they have the ability to play the game without paying additional money. Then the people that don't have Game Pass, and there's still a good amount of those, they don't want to buy the game either. So you end up having a PlayStation community, I've said this a lot lately, looking like they're just holding up the entire gaming community, the gaming industry on their shoulders. Because we're buying the games. We're posting engagement, screenshots, video clips, live streams. That's coming from the PlayStation community. Almost every time a multi-platform game is released, you see that shit doing better on PlayStation. Not just in sales, but also in engagement. That's what really matters to a developer. To know that their game is being...
Because we are playing games.
Exactly. We're real gamers over here. And look, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I have to prepare this video for tomorrow. And then, play some games and get ready for tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great Sunday night. Have a good Monday. the video that will be posted, I was expecting to post it in the middle of the week, but you know, I can get it out the way tomorrow. The video I'll be posting will be what is that fucking shit called again? The spaces. But Gran Turismo birthday animation will be in the beginning as soon as 12 o'clock hits and I go on Gran Turismo and they give me my fucking car. So yeah, it's 6 o'clock. I'm out. Truetti, Spartan, Link was in here. Games for Eternity. Everybody that dropped on by from the panel. Thank you guys. Also, you know, if you want to give some feedback on how the layout looks for the Sunday show, you know, if it's good, we'll keep it. If not, we'll work around and try to find another one. But I think I'm gonna keep it simple right now. This we might stick with this for a couple weekends. Again, birthday is tomorrow, so I won't be available, but I still gotta go to work. Gotta make this money. Everybody, you can hit the like button on the way out. If you have not subscribed, you can click that button. It's 100% free. No money needed. Just hit it. Hit the button. Truetti, what you doing? What you doing for the rest of the day?
I'm gonna see how many chapters I can knock out. I'm gonna stream freaking. I'm gonna stream Demon Slayer and see how many chapters I can knock out.
Oh, Demon Slayer. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's adventure elements, right? Like you run around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do they have any elements like where you're running around a town without needing to fight, or like? Because I know Naruto.
It's normally based on the mission.
Ah, fuck. You know what I'm waiting for. But they did good. It looks great. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really, really great. But I am waiting for, you know, more of these anime games to be kind of like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, where it's based off of the story, but you got like a wide area where you can travel around and, you know, stuff like that. So I know they get there. But this is their first game. It looks great.
This is the first game. I like it.
Yeah. Cyber Connect is I'm gonna be honest, bro.
I
would love Sony to pick up people like that, Jay. Bro. Pick them motherfuckers up.
Yeah, exactly. Because they, as I said, Jay, they bought a lot of anime companies, which actually has a lot of IPs that are now owned by Sony. Demon Slayer, it's owned by Sony. Like if they want to make some games that are from these animes that they own, pick up Cyber Connect too.
Man.
They're definitely worth the investment. Yeah, man.
Okay. Well, that's the last word from my boy Truetti. He's gonna be playing Demon Slayer. I'm gonna get back on Elder Lilies and try to 100% some of these map sections and prepare this video for tomorrow, which shouldn't be hard. So wish me luck. Just waiting for 12 o'clock. That's it.